All right. Last night, off at the halfway mark of the nanolith section. Hmm. Hmm. No bullshit. No nothing. Let's continue. June 10th, 2024. My own messages with Nano, where I helped her with an audio question. Always I was always willing to help Nano or any of my friends when I was asked for advice or help. Nano. Cindy, can I ask you what do you use for a mic/audio in general? Struggle with audio so much. Cinder. Of course. I have a Shure 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 SM7B mic and a Wave XLR interface for it, and some filters to make it sound better live and get rid of background noise. Nano. Thank you. We'll check those. Cinder. Always happy to help. And also, little updates from it. First and foremost, I need to get this out of the way. I am not doing this. Unlike some people, I am not doing this just to gain some clicks or clout or whatever. I'm not here for the money. I'm not here for the clout. I honestly could give less of a shit. I'm here to do one thing and one thing only, and that is to spread the word. And second off, motherfuckers, or to most of the VTubing community that's quote unquote reading it, motherfuckers, you're either choosing not to read it or just skimming through or cherry picking random parts. That's not reading. Reading is reading everything. Or in the case of Scoochon, on it, yeah, I am not I ain't no pussy. Your asses are getting name dropped. Don't give a fuck. On the case of Scoochon, on it, if it's even if it's a unrelated conversation or something else, it's just don't care. That just proves you don't give two fucks about what she has to say. And because that's the case, you could have gone so much without fucking. You could have gone so long without fucking reading it. All you have to listen. All you have to say is that you're not willing to hear what she has to say. It's that simple. I won't judge you. Sure, sure, well, sure, I'll have some thoughts / questions, but in the end, who am I to judge? So, continuing. Hmm? So continuing, June 25th, 2024. Nano told Red that she may be looking at to focus on more projects with me because she was getting fewer commissions and would be taking less too. You're her most loyal and repetitious clients. Give me a second. Have my phone pull up chat. Here we go. I'm assuming that's from Nano. Yep, that's from Nano. See if you can find you. I'm trying to find. Is that from Cinder? Yeah, I think that is. Fuck. Nano. I'm trying to find. Uh, Red. Oh no, that was from Red. Oh, I thought that was from Cinder. My mistake. Nano. Ah, Red. You got it. Nano. Chee! It's my design, Mom. Red. Red. Daughter. Lol, you da mom. Nano. I'm like, I'm on TV, Mom! Red. Oh, lol. Oh, Nano? Red. Yeah. Yes. Nano. Oh, I want one. Ah. Red. Soon. There's also something that we're doing with this, but can't tell you yet. Nano. Y'all just keep cooking. Also, I'm getting less comms. I was thinking in maybe you stay more on Cinder work. Red. Let's fucking go. Ooh, I told you like a year ago, we will keep giving you work if you want it, lol. Nano. I know, but you were for real. I'm like, hey, Red. Nano. Preparing myself to give full-time love to 3.0. Red. No more nano comms or just taking on less so you can do more streaming? Nano. Taking less. I'd never say no for a good offer. Red. Red. Cinderwall. Nano. Red. Okay, just let me know what you're able to take on and when. The Heaven Hound outfit and 3.0 are the only things we have scheduled, but we can give you general art, NSFW art, merch art, gamer subs art, more model designs, and outfits if you want them. Just let me know. Just let me know whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want me. I always get a way to work on it. Red. And yeah! Heaven Hound next, please. Use Mother Nano. And art to go with it for a starting screen, only if you have time. Nano. Yee. When this is for again? July 1st, 2024. Nano delivered a project to Red, and the collab with her comes up again. Nano. Thank you. Red. No, thank you. You make the prettiest art. Thank you for continuing to work with us. Nano. I thank you and Cinder for keeping me. Red. We gonna work on big things. Nano. For PayPal. I'm excited. Red. And when are you and Cinder collabing? Nano. I'm getting back to streaming, hopefully. I'll be ready soon. July 6th, 2024. While at Anime Expo, Red and I made sure we were there to see Nano at her first ever meet and greet. Nano. Thank you for stopping by. Sorry I said your name. Ah. Cinder. Cinder. It's okay, don't worry. I hope you had fun meeting everyone. Nano. It was fun. It was fun, an experience for sure. July 23rd, 2024. July 23rd, 2024. One of my friends messaged me asking about working with Nano. I never dissuaded anyone from working with Nano or said anything bad about her. Blank. Angel, will you be coming to blank? Also, I wanted to ask you about how you like having Nano as a mama. I was considering applying for their comms since they rigged a lot of models I loved. Cinder. I sure am, and Nano's absolutely fantastic to work. Is absolutely fantastic to work with. She just does live 2D. She just does live 2D art, not rigging, but every model of me, minus chibis, were drawn by her. July 23rd, 2024 to July 26th, 2024. Ren asked Nano if she knew when Bao's model was going to debut so we could plan our schedule around it, like we've done in the past with other people she's worked with. It was the end of July and he thought her model was already finished. The last time Nano mentioned it to him was in November, and she told him that she planned to have it done in June. We saw the design at WeebCon in March and Bao showed us. In March when Bao showed us. Nano. Saying yes, Cinder Summer Fix 2. Red. Thank you, Nano. I'll let you know if she asks for anything else. Oh, I want to ask if you knew around when Belle was planning to debut her model from you. Nano. She planned for Valentine's. Red. Thanks. Just want to check on your schedule for the Angel model. Maybe Angel starting screen art and 3.0 model. Nano. Oh, do you have any ideas for 3.0 release date? Red. At the earliest April of next year, but probably May/June. Angel will be late November or December this year. Nano. Dates are good then. Red. Do you know when you're starting the angel art? Nano. Oh. Ooh, art. Probably right after a model is done. Red. Oh, no, I meant model. Like the art for the model. Nano. Angel Cinder is booked for start on October. Red. Cinder thumbs up. Anything cool you working on lately? Nano. Blank flavor art in a model starting this week. Red. You doing a blank model? Nano. No. Model not for blank. Cinder's angel model was booked it was booked for October. I was also excited for what I thought was a model she was making for someone else. Red. Nano. No. Model not for blank. Red. Oh. Nano, could you give me updated PNGs of these with all these fixes you've done? It's no rush. Nano. Key. I might not take any commissions from that form. I feel like I want to be more into VTubing. Red. No one cool applied? But yeah, I think you should do this, especially in Brazil, when there isn't a big market. Yeah, always here to help with advice. Nano. Got a few cool ones, but I guess I want to move on with my own brand. But I'll work with Cinder until she dumps me. Do you have any tips on pooping? Popping the bubble? Fuck. God, cousin, the chats of them have been so strange. Strange. I think it was just that strange one I read last stream. Yeah. Nano told me she didn't want to take anyone from her public commission form so she can do more streaming herself, saying she wanted to move on. She wanted to, quote, move on with her own brand and work with Cinder until we chose not to anymore. I encouraged her and offered her my help. Do you have any tips on popping the bubble? Red. Yeah, I actually wanted to talk to you about that. Am I fired? Red. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't play with my emotions! Red. Not yet. Stickers, gifts, and more stickers. Red. Anyone you can share? Also, what do you mean, lol? The ones I'm interested in are blank, 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 and just blank. But I'll think a little better about it. Like what would make a small community get people's eyes? Red. Oh, nice. Honestly, I'm surprised there wasn't bigger names that apply. Like, you mean what it takes for a small VTuber to get lots of eyes on them? That's kind of my specialty. I did that. Yeah, pretty much. I got friends that are studying the BR market and planning things for a far future, maybe. Red. The advantage you have is that you have a brand, you have a well-known art style, you have lots of kids to promote you, and you don't have a small following. The challenge is that I can't really speak on the Brazilian market since I'm completely outside that demographic. But a good VTuber debut and advertising plan should work regardless of location. That's for sure. Advertising is really huge. Red. What can I say? What I can say is that as long as you're still drawing for Cinder, I don't mind helping you with advice and plans and stuff. Mio messaged me for those of you who are watching this instead of the first one. Mio is Nano's husband. That is not private information. That's not private information. Nano has made it that public knowledge on her profile, mainly her Twitter one. And he said he wants to help you, well, or two if you can. So cute. Cute. Deal. Like I said, I'll work with Cinder until she dumps me. Red. Until she dumps me. You'll be working forever. Ha 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 ha. Me on my idiot, my idiot doing the 40th model. Red. No, it'd probably be like 150th model by then. I'm doomed. I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next models if I didn't feel already so committed to them. Red. How many models do you have in the works? Nano. Got three. There are people in. There are people I'm interested in, so I don't want to cancel with them. Just gotta recover from cold and get shit done. Red. Is one of those the angel model? Lol. Nano. No, but don't worry. It's all very well calculated. By the way, angel model will be a skin on 2.0. By the way, yeah, angel model will be a skin on 2.0. Red. Yeah, the last 2.0 outfit, then we can do 3.0, which will hit harder if you're having less babies. How many new models have you done that haven't debuted yet? Nano brings up the idea of canceling models first after expressing she wanted to do her own thing and that she honestly would if she didn't feel committed to them. Nano. Oh, there's like four models, I think. Blank seems to debut around October. I have no idea for the other ones. Red. Is that Bow too? Nano. Didn't start Bow yet. Red. So four models haven't debuted, and three you still need to do, not including Blank. Nano. Yeah. Red. That's a sticker. Can't tell. Nano. I swear these are my last models for a while. Red. Okay, we'll find a new mama. Nano. I'll kill my. I'll KMS in front of Cinder. Asked Bao. I asked about Bao being one of the finished models that hadn't debuted yet because I was under the impression Bao was already done. Nano told me her model wasn't even started. Me saying to her that we'll find a new mama for being busy was a joke, like earlier in the conversation when I joked about firing her. Red. Do you have like a time frame that you want to start doing your own thing? Or just as soon as you don't have model work, and what do you want to do on stream? Nano. I think it'd be as soon I think it would be as soon I don't have model, but it would take quite the time. Actually, I was thinking of doing a proper debut for the model. Just tell chat to pretend they never saw the moral before. Red. You could just not use the model for a long time, then come back and pretend it's new. And then after the reveal, you can be like, this is the same model. Nano. Do you think Belle would kill me if I cancel with her? Red. No, but she'd guilt trip you 100%. But if that's best for you, then I think you should. Nano. I'm very guiltyable. Red. I mean, the sooner you don't have model work, I'm considering canceling, which I'm considering cancel too. The other one I can't cancel because I said it to start right now, but I think I'll keep her. Red. Settled to start right now? Oh, you mean start the model? Or you mean start? Oh, you mean start the model now? Nano. Yep. Red. Was it okay to be further in the future? Was it supposed to be further in the future, and they wanted it to be sooner? Out of nowhere, Nano asked me, quote, "Do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel with her?" End quote. She was already considering canceling it on her own. This was a huge difference from how she felt about Bao's model last November. Quote from Nano, November 17th, 2023. Oh yeah, I really want to work with Bao. I told Nano I thought she should do what was best for her. That less model work meant she could do what she wanted to sooner, and we'd help her with streaming from my own experience with. We'd help her with streaming. From my own experience with Bao, I thought you could be whiny and pushy when things didn't go her way. So I thought she'd complain and guilt trip Nano. I was being honest with my friend about another friend. I never asked her to cancel Bao's model or any other model. Nano told me she was already thinking about it, plus canceling another VTuber's model. So this wasn't just Bao. Nano could have said anyone's model, and I still would have said the same thing. If that's what she thought was best for her. And her doing so agreed with how I thought about more nano models. She told me Bao's model hadn't even been started either, and I assumed all that was done must have been in the design. I was closer to Nano than I was to Bao, so I was for supporting Nano with that, with what she wanted to do over telling her to keep any projects. She was already considering canceling. None of this None of this context was shown in Nano's or Bao's documents. Red. Was it supposed to be further in the future, and they wanted it sooner? Nano. No, no. Red. I see. Well, the angel model and art is the last big project we're doing for this year. So, right after we can help you, right after we can help you out with getting you started before we do anything 3.0, I can help you and Mio with tech and OBS stuff too. Nano. Thank you. I'll be a better mom to Cinder, I swear. Red. Nano, you're fine. The only other person we'd consider a model from is Blank, and he's swamped with everyone. And in the world wanting his work, so you're stuck with us. Cinder lol. You and Blank. If you're eventually not as busy between Cinder models slash outfits, we'd love to just pay you for art that you can do on stream. If that's something you want to stream, lol. July 31st, 2024 to August 1st, 2024. Nano was involved in drama with the live 2D rigger. I thought it was important to bring up how Nano reacted and responded to the situation. Nano made a public call-out post on this live 2D rigger she's worked with in the past after seeing someone else's post about them. I'm just curious if she... Nope. Turns out. Oh, but she locked the fucking replies! Nano. I fucking hate this, cause this should be the original chest, and he modified it without my knowledge. I clearly state that I offer free fixing for the rigger until modeling is done and good. Nano admitted she never communicated with the person she publicly called out. Did she log replies? Of course she fucking logged replies. There is no communication between me and Blank, but surely this is not minor visual difference. Wait, does it show the name uncensored? Between me and Kevin. Wait. Kevin. Isn't that... I've heard that name before. Oh, yeah, he's that... Oh, wait, yeah, he's the one that... Well, this post will, of him rigging new model animations and stuff like that, appear on my... What, used to appear on my timeline sometimes. Nano said she could stand up to clients and refuse to work with them if they were having their model rigged by this person. Quote, yeah, I learned to stand up and tell clients that I won't work with them if it's rigger X. It's kind of douche, but I feel like it's needed. So, could stand up to clients and refuse to work with them. So if there was any problems or anything like that, to just refuse to work on certain things anytime you wanted. Here are Red's DMs with Nano the day this happened. He talked to Nano about 2 new models she made and showed her support over this drama. Nano had no problems with gossiping with Red. Nano. Oh, Red, I'm guessing Blank debuting her Nano model soon? Nano. Oh, did she announce something? Red. No, but Blank is working on art of her in that outfit on stream, and it looks like it could be a mouse pad like she did for Blank. So next couple months maybe, if not sooner. Nano. Yes, true. I've been waiting for so long. I just thought she hated it. Red. Is that one of the last few debuts you're waiting on, Paul? Nano. Crying Pepe. Red. No, no one can hate a Nano is original. Nano. Yep, I might know someone. I might know someone now. Red. What? No. Oh, no, no weighing. Red. Sure. Red is sending Nano's own post to her. SpongeBob clown. Nano. I don't even know what the fuck he wants from me at this point. Red. I wouldn't care. Leave it be. He probably wants you to publicly forgive him so his image stops burning, lol. Nano. Yeah, his small peepee ego's too hurt. Red. Shouldn't be conning people out of money for a reskin, her reskinned rig. Nano. Ugh, so tired of him in so many ways. Yeah, I made the message. I wanted to share it to people. I don't care about anything else. Red. Hell yeah. Nano streamer arc. Oh my god, this was just now. Oh. Nano-lish P. Thank you for giving my art life again. It's looking so good. Oh, that's something he reposted. He's so desperate. Nano. If I burn down as artists right now, if I burn down as artistis, artists right now, guess I'll just go for stream. Red. Good idea, lol. Nano. Yeah, he's stupid. Red. Savage. Nano. Well, I just want to apologize in case this dirts my name and consequential. I can't fucking speak! Consequentially, cinders. Red. It won't. Trust me. Thank you, Red, for the mental support. Red. I got your back. He'll leave that. What the fuck? Red. Wow. Must be getting backlash. When someone calls you out for your BS, but you don't deserve an apology no matter how much you whine about it on Twitter, lol. I'm scared, but I think I did the right thing. Red. You did. Someone with influence had to say something. Like, he was doing this for years. Oh yeah. Are you working on a new blank model with blank? Yeah, it was done on my side. So now it's all on blank. Red. The rigging looks really nice so far. I saved the clip for reference for blank. Nice. Not gonna lie, I keep thinking about Cinder 3.0 all the time. I'm so hyped. So here, some of my messages age really well. I was about to fucking say I was holding. To be honest, let me be honest. I was holding my tongue, try my best not to say. Wow, this tastes like fine wine. Thank you, Red, for pointing that out. Yeah, it was mainly this one in particular. When someone calls you out for your BS, but you don't deserve an apology no matter how much you whine about it on Twitter, lol. I was trying my best so hard not to say something. Try my best so hard not to say, oh, this tastes like fine wine. So thank you, Red. Genuinely. Thank you. As stated in this Rigger's now deleted tweet, Nano, quote, removed herself from direct conversation and used emotional language to attack and rally rather than actually caring about fixing the problem. Wait, is that... Oh, he wasn't sending Nano's tweet. No, he was sending the Rigger's tweet calling him a clown. Red? You fucking hate this. Nano removed herself from tag and direct conversation and uses emotional language to attack and rally rather than actually caring about fixing the art that I provided instructions for 7 months, but the focus seems to have shifted away from. He deleted that. What the fuck? August 4th, 2024 to August 5th, 2024. Reddit asked Nano if she decided to cancel any model projects like they had talked about before. He did not name anyone. Red. Hey Nano, do you know if you're able to start the Heaven Hound outfit earlier or not? Also, just wondering if you decide to cancel any of the model projects. Nano. Yeah, I checked with the other clients and can't delay them. Didn't cancel anything yet. Actually, give me another moment. Red. Blade needs some more things for the summer model. Nano. At Nano was. She said she added annotations to the PSD for you. Cinder also wanted me to ask you if you have time to add a new dance animation to the summer model. We asked Blank too, and we were waiting to see what she says. Cinder Summer _ patch 03. Nano. Will do. What kind of dancing? The reason why I followed up and asked Nano if she had cancelled anything was because it could possibly affect our project schedules there. Nano said she, quote, didn't cancel anything yet, end quote. She did not tell me she decided not to cancel anything at all. Then she told me to give her a moment about it. She told me previously there were at least 2 models she was considering canceling. There were unrelated messages about my own project. They were talking about between these creatures. These are unrelated messages. Don't care. Don't care. Right. Oh dang, Cinder can make some crazy mashup with that. Sure, I'll do Summer first right now. Then the other arms. Red. Yeah, and she did say that there's edits for you listed in the PSD. Send her a thumbs up. So, thank you, Nano. Love you. Nano. Yep, no problem. Red. Did you check on this yet? Nano. They're replying right now. Just give me another moment. But by the way, meanwhile, could you give me a full list for Angel Model? 9 hours later, 1 lifetime later. Brother, I'm making sure I don't miss a thing. Unlike some people. Meanwhile, could you give me a full list for Angel Model? Red. Yeah, I can keep. I can. ASAP. Nano. Red. It's not you, Nano. I'm just between like 20 projects and IRL things right now. I'll just give you a list when I talk to Cinder. Let me go. We'll do that for you. Nano. Oh, it's okay. I know y'all will just live in a rush. Red. Did you cancel models? Nano. I did not. Red. Nano arc delayed to 2026. Another 20 minutes later is when I said to Nano, did you cancel models? It was all in caps because of the previous messages sent and the fact I still hadn't heard anything from her about it. She said she didn't, and I said, and her arc of doing what she wanted to do would be delayed far into the future, joking with her like I always had. Yeah, Wick mentioned this in his doc, how Red said, did you cancel models? Not and didn't name anyone in particular. Like, he didn't name Bao, he didn't name Silver, he didn't name Cotton, didn't name anyone. He just said, did you cancel models? Red. Nano arc delayed to 2026. Nano. I'm scared to cancel with Bao. Red. You shouldn't be. She has so many connections. She'll find someone super fast. Didn't you already design her outfit? I remember her showing it to us at WeebCon. Fun. Nano. Yeah, I can give her the design for free as an apology gift. Red. Don't sell yourself short. I think she'd be fine with taking the design and finding someone else. I won't offer it for free. Maybe half price. If she starts shit, lol. Nano. Yeah, you're right. I'll talk to her today. We'll also close the model inquiry today. Opening that was a mistake. Red. Yeah, I just closed it and not say anything about it besides thanks for applying or something. Like, don't announce, no one's getting picked. I changed my mind. Because Nano brought up Bao again, saying she's scared to cancel with her. She said it, she didn't, she said it, she didn't, fuck. She said she didn't say she chose not to cancel any of her projects, or that she didn't want to cancel with Bao anymore. Only that, only that she was scared to, only that she was scared to do it. Which explained why she hadn't cancelled anything yet. I was not the one to bring it about again, and I didn't specify anyone we had previously talked about. I reassured Nano about it and told her I thought she could be at least somewhat paid for the design she made and the work she put into it. My thought that Bao could possibly start shit over this was the same as I said before, where I thought she'd complain or guilt trip Nano over it. Nano agreed with me, and she regretted opening her model applications in the first place. All of the lead up to this conversation was left out of Nano's and Bao's documents. Like, no notes, yeah, no one's getting picked. I changed my mind because people will get mad. Nano. True. Feels like company auditions. Red. Or just close the form and never say anything about it. Again, lol. Well, that'll work too. Nano. Just engagement bait. Red. Low key lock in. I'm trying, but the stuttering's making it hard. Hmm. Nano. I might just close silently. Red. Yeah. Nano. Okay, I can start cinders right now. Red. Hole. Nano. So I'll ask you to rush the list if possible. Red. But the summer and dance stuff first. What did you do though? Oh, God. Yeah, there's a lot of grammatical errors and other shit like that I've noticed, but I'm not one to. Well, unless I feel like being a petty dick, I'm not. Unless I want to be petty, I don't usually go. Oh, it's your minor spelling mistake. I win. Unless I feel like being petty. Just ask my current model timeline, and it's safe to delay. It's safe to delay it a bit. Red. Okay, we'll get you on a list in the server ASAP. Red. 45 minutes after, Nano said she was able to start on Cinder's angel model right away. When earlier she said she wasn't able to and had planned to start in October. This was all read and told me in our DMs right after he talked to Nano. This was listening. Red. Nano was able to start the angel model right away, right after the summer fixes and dances. Cinder. Yay! Later that night, Red told me Nana was going to cancel Bao's model because she wanted to stream more and focus on her VTubing career. He said he would help her out, and that Nano was able to start on my Heaven Hound own model early now. I felt bad for Bao because I saw how excited she was about the design she showed us in person, but I was under the impression that this was what Nano wanted. She was my friend too. I wasn't going to pressure her to do something she didn't want to, or she didn't want to do. I didn't see Red's messages and only knew what he told me. If I really wanted Nano to cancel Bao's model for some malicious reason and knew I could make her do it through some kind of manipulation, why would I have waited 8 months after I first found out about it in November of 2023 and told Nano she shouldn't? Why did I wait 4 months after WeepCon in March 2024 when Bao showed it to us? Why, when I thought Bao's model was already finished in June, like she told me it was planned for, or would I have gone out of my way to make Nano cancel it now? Although I was closer with Nano, Bao was still a friend, and I didn't have any problems with her back then. My opinion of how she could respond to Nano canceling on her doesn't change that. Nano has worked with multiple friends of ours in the past, and it wasn't a problem, including Val in the situation. I was supporting what Nano expressed to me. If she wants to do for herself. And as her friend, I reassured her it would be okay. This wasn't for Nano. This wasn't for Nano to have more time. Instead of anything she had planned, the only projects we had coming with Nano at this time was Cinder's Angel model and starting screen art, which we were content with doing it started in October. Like Nano told me before, it was only after all this that Nano told me she could start it earlier, which affected our project timeline. That's why I asked if she decided to cancel anything, but I didn't expect her to move our project up. Nano, Angel Cinder is booked for start on October. August 6th, 2024. Red messaged Nano and asked how her conversation with Val went. Red. Hey Nano, we were checking on the arm stuff. Also, I told Cinder to just take PNGs to match blank ref sheet with each model, and if you want more expressions or toggles or poses or something, just let me know. How did talking to Bao go? Nano, I'm finishing arms right now. Red. Oh my god. Nano. Oh, I'll talk to Bao right now. Oh, too. She replied to my eye post. I got a bit. And, wait a bit. I don't know if she'll hate me forever after this. Also, thank you. Red. But, Red, she won't hate you forever. Just for the next few days. But if she still has the design, I don't think it's a big deal. Nano said she was scared to talk to Bao, so being her friend, I asked how it went. If Bao's design was done, and the model wasn't even started, like Nano told me it wasn't, then I didn't think it was a problem if Bao could just take the design to another model artist. Hypothetically, I thought there would have been time to hit the planned Valentine's Day or Valentine's debut window Nano told me about. Nano, okay, it's sent. Red, I'm here for emotional support. Nano, thank you, it hurts my soul. The whole situation was wrong for both of us. Nano shouldn't have asked me about what she wanted to do with her other commissions, and I shouldn't have weighed in on what I thought. I'm sorry to Bao for my actions and that this happened at all. It was after this when Bao messaged our group chat with our friends saying that Nano dropped her as a client. I felt guilty knowing about this before Bao had told us. I didn't know what to say, so I didn't say anything. I was the one who was known to always work with Nano, but this was her decision. I didn't want to get involved. I should have been a better friend to Bao and at least tried doing something for her, but I didn't. Bao, Smoge, and had to draw me as a client because her work schedule is too hectic. Hectic. After I posted my apology on April 27th, 2025, Bao tweeted this, talking about her model being cancelled last August, asking how I didn't know about it. It was a standalone tweet, not as a reply to my apology, not quoting it either. Quote, how? How can you say you didn't know? I showed you both my base model sketch from... I showed you both my base model sketch from Nano at WeebCon. We talked on stage and performed together. You were in the group chat where I shared my sadness over Nano suddenly calling my model after we were... suddenly canceling my model after we were so close to begin Live 2D and rigging. And now to find out that just the day before I shared my sadness, this is the conversation that happened that ruined months of debut prep, planning, merge preparation. If you want to apologize to me, please do it properly and stop hiding behind Red. I was aware that in this instance, Bao's model was cancelled, and before she said anything. I haven't claimed otherwise anywhere, and I didn't say anything about it in my apology. I was not aware of Red giving Bao's name to Nano. I was not aware of Red giving Bao's name to Nano in his in his exclusivity negotiations in January 2025. This is what I said. Quote, regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiations of their eventual agreement, and I had no knowledge of Bao and Cotton being included in this list. If I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. After Bao posted and messaged the one friend that could get a message to her since she had already unfriended me and I had no way to contact her. Red and I had a falling out the night the documents dropped, and we didn't live together anymore either, so I had no way to access his DMs myself to go back and see everything he was saying and doing to make sure it was right. All I had to go off of was what Red told me in August about this. What was posted in Nano and Bao's documents, and now Bao's tweet after my apology. I don't know if she ever got this message, and she never reached out to talk. I told this friend that I didn't know the model was canceled because of Red's conversation with. I don't know if she ever got this message, and she never reached out to talk. I told this friend that I didn't know the model was canceled because of Red's conversation with Nano. Not that I didn't know it was canceled at all. Cinder. I just saw Bao's tweet. I have no way of contacting her, so if you could please have her reach out for us to talk, it would mean a lot. I didn't know her model was canceled due to Red's conversation with Nano. I know it's hard to believe I wasn't informed on every conversation he was having, but he had a lot of control over comms with fuck, without constant approval because I trusted him. We don't live together for me to make sure everything he was doing was right. I'm so sorry to you and all the girls. Wait a second. Is this? Let me ask her if it's alright for me to pass a message for her. If so, I'll copy and paste this directly. Is that alright? This is the same friend I messaged before about Red and I. Cinder. I'm so sorry, Blank. I'm trying to collect myself. Red and I aren't speaking right now, and I'm so upset with everything. In Bao's tweet, she said that before her model was cancelled in August of 2024, they were, quote, so close to begin live duty and rigging. Formed together. You were in the group chat where I shared my sadness over Nano suddenly canceling my model after we were so close to begin live 2D and rigging. Now to find out that just the day before, in a Nano's document, it said that quote, Red asked me to cancel one of their closest friends. In Nano's document, it said that quote, Red asked me to cancel on one of their closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress, end quote. Following by saying, quote, Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I had planned with Bao, end quote. Neither of which were actually shown or true. Reddit. Reddit asked me to cancel one of their closest friends, Bao, by asking me to cancel my work mid-progress, manipulating me into thinking it is okay since, quote, she has many connections, end quote. She'll be fine anyway, so I won't feel guilty about it or worry too much. It was and is upsetting to me that Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I had planned with Bao. Funny. Wait, let me. I'm deadass gonna. Mm, nope. I'm deadass going to find the 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 message. Hmm. Maybe taking too long, but a fleet. Or you'll see a sight that almost stops your heart. So just wondering if you did. Yeah, Red contacted me specifically to check on me canceling the model I had planned with Bao. Funny. It's funny. Did you cancel models? Not did you cancel Bao's model, or did you cancel Bao's, or did you cancel any anyone's? Just did you cancel models? Explain. A little over a week before Bao's model was cancelled, Nano told Red that Bao's model hadn't even been started. And as you've seen, Red never asked Nano to cancel Bao's model. Or Nano. And Nano. Oh, from July 26th, 2024. Didn't start Bao yet. How could it have been cancelled mid-progress and close to being rigged if it wasn't started? And if it was so close to rigging, why would Nano have even considered canceling it instead of just finishing it? I think Bao would have said it her model was cancelled mid-progress in her messages to me and our friends if it was. Instead of that, she was instead of just that she was dropped as a client. Nano had to drop me as a client because her work schedule was too hectic. In Bao's document, she said, quote, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not Nano had the physical and mental capacity to continue her model. Going to be the live 2D illustrator. After she finished both the design and base model sketch, there was suddenly back and forth on whether or not she had the physical and mental capacity to continue my model. I was very sad as I not only teased a screenshot of the model sketch, which lines up with what Nano was set to Red, and how Nano repeatedly overbooked herself but was never shown anywhere. Yeah, okay, you know, well, July 25th, 2024. Okay, I might not take any comments from that form. I feel like I want to be more into V2. I'm I'm doomed. I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next models if I didn't feel already so committed to them. Do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel with her? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Bao saying there was a quote back and forth also could imply that Nano already approached her saying she may not continue her model before August 5th when Red messaged Nano. Also, Red didn't contact Nano to, quote, specifically check on Nano canceling Bao's model, like it was claimed. He messaged her to see if she decided to cancel any other projects she expressed interest in canceling that Nano previously mentioned. From Red, August 4th, 2024. Hey Nano, do you know if you're able to start the Heaven Hound outfit earlier or not? Also, just wondering if you decided to cancel any other model projects. Not if you decide to cancel Bao's model, or if you decide to cancel so and so's model. No, nothing there. Clear as day. Nano. Yeah, checked with the other clients and can't delay them. Didn't cancel anything yet. Oh shit. Oh, blood. Fuck. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. August 18th, 2024. Another conversation between Red and Nano to show how Nano was treated trying to plan my collab with her, and Red complimenting art Nano did for someone else. Red. Nano, are you planning on doing a collab with Cinder on your birthday? Nano. I don't know, that's Mio's idea. Red. I know, I've been talking to him about it, and want to make sure you know, lol. Well, is there anything you want to do? And would you be streaming or just be on Cinder's stream? Red. You can plan a different day too. Nano. Make it a different day, please. Red. Okay, what day? Nano. I don't know. Red. You just don't want to do it. Nano. I get mad anxiety. Red. It's okay. If you just want to cancel it, we can. You guys can hang out in your bikinis. In your bikini. Cinder lol. OMG, I forgot to ask how Blank's art is coming. She showed us the whip when we saw her a few weeks ago. Nano. Yeah, finished the art last week. Red. Let me see. Nano. Blank. Red. Oh, good lord. The cooking. Nano. Thank you. Red. When is Nano available for some NSFW side projects? Nano. If it's just illustrations, I can always try to add on my schedule. Red. Okay, but after Angel. Unless you want to make tan line Cinder art right now. Lol. Everyone likes the tan lines. We didn't even ask you for that. Nano. Well, hope you guys didn't mind. In unsolicited edition, by the way. I just thought tan lines are great. Red. No, we don't mind, lol. It came out super good and everyone likes it. You can give more suggestions for things we don't mention in the future, lol. Of course. By the way, did you guys decided something on the flames on Angel? August 28th, 2024. After a year of Red and I encouraging Nan to come on my stream, finally had our first collab together. It was on her birthday, by Mio's suggestion to Red. This video right here.
Turkey cranberry.
Not that. That was an ad. Cinder. Thank you, Nano. It's so much fun yapping. Have a good night. Nano. Thank you. It's so much fun. I have a sore throat already. Cinder. Oh no, get lots of rest. Mio. Oh, Nano's hug. Red, good morning. We're watching some VODs from Cinder. She said she wanted to collab with Nano. Red. Yeah, whenever Nano's ready to. Mio. I was actually thinking on making a surprise for Nano. If that would be okay for Cinder. Red. And it shouldn't be opposed. But in the past she hasn't wanted to because she didn't feel comfortable doing that yet. So I don't know if surprise is the best way to go. Red. Just let me know if she decides to, and we can get something set up. She's always able to message me or her, too. Mio. No problems. You're just getting ready for the event. Red. What event? Mio. Oh, the anime friends thingy we're going. Red. Oh, yeah. Hope that goes well. Mio. Okay. What about on Nano's birthday? Red. We could do her birthday. Mio. She was okay with too. Red. Do you want to do on her birthday? Do you want to do on her birthday? 28th, right? Mio. Yep. August 28th. Red. August 29th, 2024, and September 17th, 2024. My DMs with Nano after she was on my stream celebrating another one of her models debuting and our messages around my birthday. Nano. Oh, I'm alive. I slept for 9 hours. I want to thank you again. Talking to you really is easy for some reason. Cinder. It makes me so happy. Anytime you want to play games or yap, I'll always be there for you. Cinder. I want to show you this. We're finally another baby. Nano. Ah, finally! Thought you hated it and just discarded it. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. Cinder. I don't think anyone can ever dislike your work. Nano. Oh, Cinder, happy birthday! In my lube. In my lube. I think that's how it's supposed to go. Be pronounced. Cinder. Thank you, Nano. I love you. Nano. Sorry I couldn't make anything special for you. Cinder. No, don't be. Yeah, I was able to hang out with you earlier, and that felt like the best gift ever. September 27th, 2024. Nano told Red she was up to take on one of our work, followed by another instance that shows how Nano was treated. Red. Okay, so with the cafe idea, we're about to open it, but we'd need more details and dates to discuss. My concern is that if it's based around our brand, then there's a standard we need the whole thing being held to, and a responsibility to uphold that from whoever is running things. Plus, this would be a lot of people's first VTuber impressions in Brazil. You gotta rep the brand right away. There's not much I can quality control from all the way over here, lol. Also, how would you feel about doing more gamer subs and labels and maybe a docky? Nano. I would definitely keep an eye out for the quality. Nano. I'm always up to. I'll tell them you're interested and check for more info. I'll let you know anything I can get. Red. Are you involved with the May Cafe thing, or did you just hear about it? And I just don't want to. Fuck. Just don't want this to get in the way of the angel model and angel art. I think only the docky would though. Nano. I'm not really involved, but I do be getting contacts. Would definitely be somehow like a rep or just quality ensuring stuff. Red. Curious Cinder. Looks at it. Nano. I never want big names like Cinder have something cheap. Red. Big names like Nanoless. Oh, how's your new mic? Nano. Oh! Red. Fancy stuff. Nano. I think it's better, yes. Red. Mew asked me what Cinder uses. You have the Cinder VTuber official mic setup. Nano. We don't have room isolation or anything much like the opposite, but works really well. Red. I love Elgato products. Nano. Oh, looks like screaming cat sticker. Red. If you don't have a Stream Deck, get one. Nano. I do. Red. Okay, good. Seb. Thank you. Thank you for the help, Red. Red. You're on Team Cinder, which means I'm on Team Nano. And that's why I rep your shirt at every con, lol. Nano. I still cry about it. It's so cute. Red. It goes well with my GamerSep shorts. Nano. Ah! Yeah, about GamerSub. We need art soon? Oh yeah, I would love to make Maid's a nerd for the cafe thing, if it goes forward. Red. Just keep me updated on the maid stuff and we'll see if it ends up going anywhere. Gamer subs isn't super soon. We have time. It's not urgent. We're doing blank into AFK, and Cinder and I wanted to ask you first before we gave anyone else the opportunity. Nano. Oh, Cinder blank. I love you so much. Red. Also, I have a consistent art style on the labels we have for them. September 29th, 2024. About 2 months after canceling Val's model, Nano asked Red about us paying her. Fuck. Nano asked Red about us paying for her to cancel her projects. She brought up the possibility of some kind of exclusivity deal with Red for the first time. She said she just wants to do Cinder stuff. This is what I said about Nano accepting my projects in my apology. Quote, every time I've been told that Nano had agreed to work on a new commission with me, it had been willingly and with excitement. From my point of view, it was that she genuinely wanted to be working on these things. I wanted to work with Nano as much as I possibly could, making the full art face of my brand. End quote. This was followed up by her canceling a long list of model projects herself by a bunch of different VTubers. This was followed by her canceling a long list of model projects herself for a bunch of different VTubers after filling up her waitlist with more projects than she could reasonably take on again. Quote, for her own volition, Nano canceled a large portion of her model commissions last September. This entire conversation was left out of Nano's document, and all of the blame for these model cancellations was put on me and Red. If you were one of the 6 VTubers who had a project with Nano canceled around this time, this was what happened. This was what happened. Once again, I had no involvement in this conversation and was only told about what happened afterwards. Red. Nano, are you free tomorrow, Monday, September 30th, 2024, 5 p.m.? Nano, sure. Red, okay. Nano, as for GamerSup's labels, uh, blank each full commercials. Red, red. Yes. Nano, and hypothetically, oh, it's highlight, which means we gotta make sure it's read correctly. Hypothetically, if I accept to be paid to cancel every comm that's not Cinder related, would you pay it? Red, huh? Red, huh? I don't understand. Nano asked me if I'd be willing to pay for her to cancel all of her commissions for other VTubers that aren't Cinder related. Nano, oh, I'm freaking out with my comms, and I think I just want to do Cinder stuff. And I think I just want to do Cinder stuff. I'm dying inside. I want to do my own shit too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ask such weird questions. I don't mean to ask such weird question. Red. No, it's okay. I just don't know what you meant, lol. Do you mean you cancel your current commissions that aren't Cinders, and then we pay you for? Like, we'll pay you for work you do for us, and if you want more to replace your other comms, we can do that. Nano. Exclusivity? Do you mean... Now, keep in mind, let's read this again. Do you mean cancel your current commission that aren't Cinders? Cancel your current commissions that aren't Cinders, and then we pay you for... Like, we'll pay you for work you do for us, and if you want more to do to replace your other comms, we can do that. Nano. Exclusivity? Red. I mean, it depends how you're thinking about it. Nano. Oh no, I'm just thinking loud. Red. You've never paid it someone exclusivity fee before. Nano. Trying Pepe. Red. Like, how much? How long does it last? Is it multiple times? But if you want to just do stuff with us, we can just keep giving you new projects. We'll pay for. An exclusivity fee to me sounds like just pre-ordering a bunch of work from you, and then you don't work with anyone else. Lol. Nano told me she's freaking out with her commissions because she's accepted too many and just wants to do Cinder stuff, plus her own things. Exactly like she's been telling me for months. What happened with Val's model was a precursor to this. She's the first one to suggest the possibility of exclusivity to me, showing she had interest in making an exclusivity deal with Cinder. Cinder and I as far back as September 2024. Nano. Yeah, I might just stick with a few clients. Red, if you're worried about a lack of work from canceling things, we'll just give you more to do. Nano, incomes are exciting, but I'm so tired. Nano, well, maybe that's my fear. Red, if you want to think more over what you're looking for, we can talk about it. By the way, by this, did you mean for us to pay you to cancel other projects? Nano, yeah, just a silly thought. Red, I mean, how many projects are there? If you were to cancel those projects, we'd probably just pay you for other things to do instead. But not like just pay for you to cancel them, lol, unless it was silver. I was open to the idea of exclusivity, but the details needed to be figured out. But the details needed to be figured out. If Nano chose to keep working with us, we'd always have something for her to do. I asked Nano to clarify, and yes, she suggested we pay for her to cancel on 6 other VTubers. I wasn't going to pay Nano just to cancel other projects, except Silvervale, who I said was a joke. But if she chose to cancel them herself, we'd help replace the income with our own stuff. I chose to leave the list of names uncensored right here so these people know exactly how and why their models were canceled, so it was falsely blamed on me. I chose to leave the list of names uncensored here so these people know exactly how and why their models were canceled, since it was falsely blamed on me in red. Fair, honestly, I think I'll just freak out and cancel all my shit. Red, how much do you have besides our stuff? Senders who mostly uses my work. OB Katie, Mousy, Giga, Mousy again, Zen, Fufu, Megalodon, Red. How much did you want to pay me to cancel everything, lol? Besides blank, they are they're all fairly enough. They're all fairly enough far to don't screw with any plans. So I'm pretty sure it's okay to cancel all of them. I do cancel. I do can cancel blank, but I think she's gonna get pretty upset. Nano want Nano wanted us to pay for her to cancel these 7 commissions for other people. If we were to pay her the price of them just to cancel them, it would have cost us 40,000. Holy shit! If we were to pay her the price of them just to cancel them, it would have cost us $40,000, $50,000. Good God. Red. To be honest, I think if you were just to be focusing on Cinder and your own content, plus just drawing art again for Twitter/Patreon would be good. That's my dream. Red. And I just don't know if you'd be making the same money doing all these model columns. I miss doing illustrations. I can always cry on blank for extra cash, I guess. Red. Like, we'll give you all the work we can. Nano. Oh no, I don't mean to monopolize Cinder, lol. There's so many good artists too. Red. No, that's not what I meant. But we'd still try to give you all the work we can, and you can plan afford. Like, yes, we'll still work with other artists on things. It's hard to explain. Well, for instance, we just won't do models in the starting screen artwork. We could do more art or other things. Merch art, gamer subs work, obviously. Don't worry, I get it. Focusing on Cinder and her own content was Nano's dream. I told her we'd give her everything we could, warned I didn't know she'd be making the same money as she would from these model commissions. Red. Okay, good. Nano. Oh yeah, we'll keep the gamer sub stuff too. Red. You can make this into Dusion. I forgot that was a thing! Red. So let's see. Is blank the only one on the list you started already? Just blank, but it just did the sketch and didn't even decide it yet. she'd be calling me mom publicly already. Red. So what do you want to work on? Nano. I'm canceling shit. I need my freedom. I asked Nano what she wanted to work on, and then she decided to cancel everything herself. Gotta put myself at first. People say. I gotta put myself at first. People say, Red, should I cancel blank? Say yes or no, and I'll do it. I just need a voice. Red. Nano. Won't blame you for anything. Red. Yeah, but I'll have to live with that. Nano. Fuck, okay, I will. Red. Wait, no, that's not what I meant. Ah. Nano. That's that's my own response. It's not yours. You don't say what I gotta do. I'm a free woman. Fred, in a perfect world, what would you be working on, Nano? Red. Side note, collab tomorrow, waiting to hear from Blank, but everyone else is down. Monday, September 30th, 2024, 5 p.m. Nano. Okay, I'm free. I canceled so many stuff. Red. What did you cancel? I was gonna say, you should at least keep Blank, but that's good advertising for you. The rest could go. Nano. No, I'm so done for now. I've been thinking about this for a long time. Red. Did you just cancel the whole list? Wait, did she? Now I'm fucking curious. Did she cancel the list? Nano can. She canceled everything. Nano canceled everything because she accepted too much, saying she was thinking about doing this for a long time, like she told me 2 months earlier leading up to canceling with Bao. Nano, I love it. Honestly, I would cancel my next models if I didn't feel already so committed to them. Do you think Bao would kill me if I cancel with her? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yep, got blank 2, which I'm considering cancel too. Red, did you cancel this whole list? Yep. No regrets, honestly. Hey, VTuber Twitter. Look at this. Look at it. Read, bitch! Read! Did you cancel this whole list? Nano list, your beloved Nano. Yup. No regrets, honestly. No, motherfucker, this is... Yes, I'm gonna be that fucking petty. Red. Okay, well, are you gonna cancel our plans now? Nano. Bye-bye. Red. Okay, bye. Nano. I feel so light. Red. Is this still okay? Nano is more than able to make her own business decisions and cancel projects herself, just like in November of 2023, all without me allegedly manipulating her. In her own TOS, Nano states that she can cancel anything. In her own TOS, Nano states that she can cancel anything she's already agreed to or started on at any time for any reason. She still lied that these cancellations were all because of us. Alright. This is Nano's card. This is her card. Contact me on Twitter. Yeah, stuff like that. Client, by commissioning me, you are purchasing my service as an artist only. I reserve the right to post your finished artwork until in my gallery for any reason. I reserve the right to post your finished artwork in my gallery for any reason. I reserve the right to decline any project. I reserve the right to decline any project or client for any reason. I reserve the right to refund you the full amount paid if I no longer wish to work on your project for any reason. Just thought you people need to hear that. Speaking of people who need to hear that, September 30th, 2024. A month after one of. September 30th, 2024. A month after my one-on-one collab with Nano, I plan to collab with her. I plan to collab with her, my model rigger, and two of my model sisters. My model sisters are making cursed drawings with my VTuber friends. Right here. That's an ad. My model sisters were my friends, and not just the ones shown here. The claims that I tried to sabotage them or had anything against them or any of my other friends due to working with Nano or having her art is blatantly untrue. In my apology, I said, quote, Nano has an amazing skill where she's able to draw each of her VTuber children uniquely, so I was never upset at seeing new model siblings. In many cases, I was there cheering them on through debuts and looking to collab with them as sisters when I could. Sister, fuck, Cinder and Yochi? Is that pronounced Yochi? Oh no, I've never heard of her. Forgive my unculturedness. And forgive my name butchering.
Oh, is she here?
10 it's using lol. For this megameter is 10 to the power of 6 lol. Also the $2 bill is real.
Oh my god, look at her! Hold on. Let me fix.
Okay. Can I at least get a wait on?
Look how pretty.
Also, how I pronounce the name.
Look how pretty my sister is. I'll put my tail down so it doesn't get in her way. Look! She's so beautiful. Hi, Yochi!
Yochi! Okay. Now I know how it's pronounced. Here are my conversations with each of them about their new models with Nano. I left these conversations uncensored. May 11th, 2023. Cinder. Hi, Buff. Nano's model cooking is so good, I can't wait to see it rigged. Buff. Buff. I'm so excited she said she was working on yours earlier. Show siblings. Cinder. Hell yeah. She made the art for my current model, too. She's too nice to work with. I'm so happy to see more from her. Buff Pup. Cute. I'm excited to see more from her, too. She's been a pleasure. Cinder. Do you have a date planned for the debut yet? Buff Pup. Not yet. I'm thinking late July, August. But depends on when things get done. Cinder. Same. I'm aiming for mine to be mid-late July, but I'm doing a lot of traveling before that, so I'm rushing to get things ready right now. Buff Pup. You got this. I'll let you know what day it is so we make sure we aren't on top of each other. And when I know, but honestly, it's looking good. It's looking more August for me. Where the fuck I got good from? Cinder. Likewise, I've heard a lot of potential July debut, so maybe August is a good choice. I also love to plan something fun after we're done and being busy with debut stuff. We can show off our models together. Buff up. OMG, yes, that would be. Oh my god, yes, that would be so cute. They're Nano sisters. Can't wait to see everything your model can do at your debut. Puff puff. Oh my god, thank you. I can't wait to see yours too. Did she stream yours or Cinder? It's top secret, but yours a teaser, Lamau. Wait. Let me go back to. I was just saying that she's allowed to teasers or something like that. Wait. Or is there the right to post your finished artwork in my gallery for any reason? Wait. Oh yeah, she has a picture. Wait, she has a blue sky? Huh. March 2nd, 2024. Bless you, girl. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate you so much. Those are some really good ideas. You literally fueling my brain right now. I'm gonna see what I can do, and hopefully I can do cute artsy shorts, maybe. Maybe with 3 debut. I'll be lucky and have something reaching out to me, too. Markers and clips are such a good idea. Why did I never think of that? You literally giving me creative consult for me for free right now. I PayPal you later. Although I can pay you in spoilers instead, maybe. I I I will be your sister. Cinder. Nano baby, even more hype. But for real, we gotta look out for each other. And this job is tough, man. And y'all couldn't even do that, right? I'm just happy to help if I even can. And if you ever want to just chill out and vibe again, I'm always down, baby. Yeah, I love sharing my knowledge. Yoshi. It's just your baby sister. Cinder. Holy shit, I love her. This is so gorgeous. I'm so hyped. Yoshi. Thank you, baby girl. Oh, you're so damn sweet. I'm always down to chill. Oh, too, and I'm here to help as well with anything. This is thank you. I'm so hyped. It's gonna be so different from what I look right now. From what I look like right now. I hope people will like it, but I've been playing around with it, and the rigging is so good. Blank is just a goddess, honestly. I'm so happy she accepted me in the first place. Mal has been in the works since September last year. I hope I can debut it on my birthday in April. I'm baby. Cinder. Wait, we're like full sisters. I love Blank. I'm assuming is that supposed to say Nano? I don't know myself if that's supposed to say Nano. I love Blank. Girl, everyone's gonna go feral for this. I'm barking already. That's so soon. Yoshi. Yes, 10,000% full blood sisters. There we go. Thank you. I'm so happy, honestly. This is gonna be my very first new model debut since back in 2021. Cinder. Pardon me. I know how long and hard you've been working on this. I'm so happy it's finally coming together. What day is your B-day so I clear that day in my calendar in case it's the big debut day? For me. Yoshi. Thank you, my love. I've been working hard, so I've been working hard. Gonna have something else instead of a lore video. I'm doing it so much behind the scenes, and I'm losing all my hair, so I hope it'll be worth it. It's on the 19th of April. Thank you for your support, girl. I love you. Cinder. Hell yeah, you got this. More music, perhaps? Literally the sweetest, and I love seeing my friends succeed and be happy and do cool stuff. Yoshi, perhaps. I love you. Thank you so much for saying this. You deserve the world, honestly. Cinder. I'll be your hype. I'll be your hype gal any day. I love you so much. I'm wanting to reach out more often since I feel sometimes we get so focused on this job that yeah, everything it can seem like networking or work, and it's hard to just have normal friend conversations sometimes. So I'd love to start getting to know you better. Yoshi, I totally get that. Honestly, I don't have as many people I talk to on a regular basis. It'd be nice to have that changed. Mwah. Eh. I hope you're doing well, although otherwise as a streamer, fuck. Otherwise, as a streamer, it's hard to find other things to focus on when you live for content creation, Lamau. I'm the same way, but I'm hoping that it helps us feel a little less overwhelmed. Cinder. I'm the same way, but hoping that it helps us feel a little less overwhelmed. I had a bit of a crisis about everything last week, Lamau. But I'm feeling a lot better. It feels good to not be the only one who feels this, but I'm sad that my friends feel like that. Yoshi. Same here. I always get angry like, Bish, what the fuck you talking about? You're amazing. While feeling the exact same as them. It's just the constant self-doubt that one has, but I feel like it's coming and going and coming and going. It's normal. I assume it's just like an artist hating their own art because they're currently able to analyze better and seeing the mistakes, but the skilled hands up with have caught up with the mind. Yeah, kinda. Yeah, kinda, you know what I mean? It's probably similar with content creation. Cinder. We all say not to compare yourself, yet we do it anyway. But what really matters is that we all support each other. Yoshi. I agree. You have a good heart, girl. Thanks for talking to little old me. I admire you. Cinder. Let's hang out soon. Maybe we can also include Blank since sounds like she's been a little down lately. Girls' night? Yoshi. Hell yeah! I'd love to. Cinder. Yoshi, I just wanted to show you the new Convergence of Sin music video. And do you want to plan a collab after your debut? Uh, uh, and here's 2 streams where I supported my model sister, or Buff Pup's game development endeavors by playing her games on my stream, telling my fans to support her too because she was my friend. Okay, I saw her play this one on November 11th, 2023, the Meet Your Oshi. March 21st, 2025. Vichibon's Stardust Skate. October 3rd, 2024. Ren messaged Nano to support her about her stream that day and about her projects. Nano. Red. Man, little Tummy is so good. And I'm so glad to have you doing art with almost 1,000 viewers. Now you just have to use your mic. Team Cinder is Team Nano. If you want to draw just general art of Cinder on stream and use it for Patreon, you can. We'll definitely help advertise. Nano. Got rated by Blank and others too, though. Red. Still, you're keeping people there. Nano. Red. Doesn't matter if you got rated. What matters is how many people stay. And just putting a light deadline on the angel model, plus all the toggles, etc., minus the After Effects part, and the Demon Pyro Power logo on October 14th. Nano. Not sure how raid numbers work. Okay. We'll have them done until there. As for the model, I pretty much just need the arm toggles to be done. Red. Don't forget the mask too. Nano. Angry Pepe. Red. If you have these done sooner, then great. maybe we can fit in a Cinder Halloween thing you can stream, just like for fun art, not for gamer subs or debut. We need to finish the comms first, though. Red. Right, that's what I said. Like, if the comm stuff is done. Nano. My brain is limited. Red. Angel art plus blank art could wait until November, like the start of the month. Nano. Okay. Red. We love nano art. Nano. I love you guys. Red. Me when nano art. Feral knew me. Nano. I really feel involved with you guys. Also, with gamer subs. This blank scares me. Ah. Red. We'll get used to it. Document progress report. Almost done it. Almost through. This doesn't mean I'm getting tired of reading it. I'm just wondering how far I've gotten. November 5th, 2024. Red worked with Nano to make sure our projects were spaced to accommodate her. Nano. Hey, Red. I'm blank and want to focus on my well-being, so just want to let you know in case I don't handle things. Red. Thank you for the heads up, Nano. Do you think you're still able to do the projects we have? Nano. It might be fine if we get one per month, two at max. Red. Okay, so this month we can do the angel art, and next month the label art, then start Art 3.0 whenever you're ready, if that works for you. Invoice is sent. Nano. Thank you! December 5th, 2024. One of my brand new model sisters organized a Nano Model Sister collab with me and another one of my model sisters. I was happy to agree to it and also streamed it myself. Red sent Nano a picture of us together. This was the one we found. This was the one we found out about in February on our IRL trip. Red. Babies. Yes. Nano. This is the cutest. It's a collab? Red. Yeah, right now. It's them playing Chained Together. December 7th, 2024 to December 14th, 2024. Another example of how Nano was treated by Red. Nano. Red, I don't think I can do the hair. Red. What happened? Nano. We're doing preps for moving next week. Red. Ooh. Nano. Them Christmas prep. Red. Well, that sounds good. Congrats. Nano. Thank you. We'll send pics when we get there. You'll be a huge part of it anyway. Red. Think you'd have time to sketch the short hair so we can figure out a design for it? Red. Oh, another thing, Nano. I think you could start and finish blank after your move. Nano. Oh. We'll say on 16th. I can start earlier if I get the time for it. Red. Nano. Cinder 3.0 will be NDA? Red. Yeah, I think all the projects on the list are. Nano. Okay. Red. I'm sorry. Nano, you won. You a superstar. Never followed up with Nano about the short hair design. The short hair design I was talking about since it wasn't a big deal. Nano. I actually won. I can't. Sorry for the voice crack. Red. If you didn't win, I was gonna riot. Nano. I mean, all nominees were huge. Red. Where are the secret models? Nano. Blank been done for a long time. After Nano won her VTuber award, she posted an image of her current and upcoming models. She told me who these three models were, with one being for one of the people Cinder praised Nano to. Let me guess. Locked fucking replies? Oh, nope. Yeah, that's a surprise. I wanted Parent of the Year, but then I wanted to show every model I've done so far. I guess I'll keep birthing. Here are my own messages with Nano after she won VTuber Parent of the Year. Cinder. Nano, oh my god, holy shit! Congrats! You won VTuber Parent of the Year, I'm so proud of you, best mama ever! Nano. Cinder, thank you, I'm so proud, mama. Thank you, thank you so much, Cinder. If it wasn't for my incredible babies, I would never win. Cinder. I always vouch for you, Nano, to the moon! Nano. Dinner's on you today. Cinder. Fine, I guess. December 27th, 2024 to December 31st, 2024. Another conversation between Red and Nano, as you can see over the course of their messages. Nano's worked with many other people besides us, and it was never a problem. Red often praised her work regardless of who she was working with. Red. Merry late Christmas, Nano. Hope you're feeling better. Want to check in on your work schedule and stuff. Nano. Hello. Merry Christmas. I'm still working on the Cinder label, getting a few days of rest after moving in sickness. Red. No worries. It's not a big rush. You got lots of other things we can start working on after you're feeling better. Do you have a lot of work outside of Cinder? Do you have a lot of work outside of Cinder work at the moment? Nano. Just 2 projects. Nothing that will slow me down, I believe. Nano. Uh, Red. What are they? Are you working on your own stuff again? Nano. Oh, blank. And yeah, my personal stuff. But this can just be done whenever, or I have the time. Red. Okay, cool. Nano. Whip. Red. So cool. Good luck on working with blank. Nano. She didn't message me. Red. My message wishing Nano luck was about this. Oh, her working for Mori. Right? No, maybe huge honor. Red. No, she messaged anyone yet. I'm saying good luck on her picking you. Nano. Okay, thank you. Red. Nano, besides the NSFW model stuff, how do you feel about drawing hentai? I guess just NSFW art. Nano. Pretty normal about it. Red. As in you're okay with it? Lol. Or, like, would you want us to give you that kind of calm over something like merch? Nano. Yeah, I used to draw it a lot. Red. Gotta use our nano time wisely. Nano. Ooh. Red. Funnels are a priority, though. Nano. I'm fine with any of them. I trust you guys using me. Yeah. Red. Okay. I can start on the next outfit once the blank is done. After that, 3.0. Next event in the timeline with Nano was when she and Red made their exclusivity deal. Before we go over that, I want to address why we thought I'd ask her about exclusivity in the first place. There was another person we were consistently working with, and that was artist number 1. They wanted to discuss a permanent paid position with us and suggested some kind of exclusivity for the work they did, just like with Nano. Red handled any business-related discussions with them. There is more that happened with artist number 1 in Bow's and Silvervale's sections of this document. January 9th, 2024. Artist number 1 messaged Red to pitch them their idea. Blank. Artist number 1. For short, I'm going to call him number 1. Also, when you got some time, got some business to talk about, Red. What's up? Number 1. Okay, so given the past months of pretty much only working on Cinder stuff, the upcoming planned projects of all kinds you had in mind, and the workload forecast in general, it got me thinking, and I wanted to pitch an idea. your way for you to think about. It's not small, but I figured I'd float the idea your way and see what you think of it. Red. Number one. What do you think of changing the way we do things from a commission based use to something more in line with a permanent slash salaried position? Since some of the concerns that were brought up surrounding availability and being available to clone myself, Lamau, I was thinking that this way I'd be able to guarantee 40 hours a week dedicated entirely to Cinder, as well as a flexible schedule and availability to match the needs of the team. The full range of my skill set would also be at the disposal of the team, so in addition to the core disciplines like animation, rigging, VFX, and that kind of stuff, I'd also help you out with stuff like project management. And graphic design, merch photos, IT, web dev, basically whatever else I can do or need it. And since all the work done as a result would basically be in-house, there'd be no commercial rights or else tied to it. Obviously, no need to answer straight away. This is not by any means significant, so take the time needed to think about it. Red. It's not an unreasonable ask. What would you be asking for? What would you be asking for a month's pay? Like with our editor, or we pay him month to month at a fixed amount. Number one. Well, given the wide range of skills, background, and extensive work experience, I was thinking something potentially in the range of blank a month. Red. I'll talk to Cinder about it. January 10th, 2024. Arch number one messaged Red in the next morning about our video. Messaged Red the next morning about our video editor, and then said they'd be willing to offer some kind of exclusivity due to competitiveness in the field. In the brief conversation Red and I had about it, we agreed that we were going to pay them. If we were going to pay them consistently for their work, like my video editor, we'd want to work out some kind of exclusivity with them. Number one. I was wondering, the editor you have on payroll, do you have something, sort of non-compete slash exclusivity agreement with them? For example, assuming it blank, he can only edit for you and Bao or something. Are they talking about? Right. It is blank, and with him, it is kind of just a spoken agreement thing. We offered him to be exclusive, but he didn't take us up on it. But yeah, he's just us and Bao. Number one. Okay, I was asking you because I had some time to think about our convo yesterday, reflecting on competitiveness in the field, and staying at the top brought on by the blank bit, and thought then in the event we would do work, we do work something out. I'd be willing to offer some sort of VTuber non-compete slash exclusivity policy on some type of work I do. So, for example, things are pretty unique to Cinder, such as the model VFX work or the blank. I'd only do exclusively for Cinder. Red. That's something Cinder and I were thinking about too. We didn't really get to talk about it much yet, though. The next time Red and I talked about this, he said we should ask Nano for some kind of exclusivity. Me too. Nano had suggested exclusivity to him in September, and talking to artist number one gave him the idea to ask her about it again. My apology, I said, quote, we had come to the conclusion that it'd be in my best interest to talk with Nano about making more time for my projects by negotiating with her to cut out other work. This was wrong for us to push onto her, and it was wrong to the other creators who wanted the chance of working with her. What I should have said was quote, negotiating with her to take on less work. We were never thinking about asking her to cut out or cancel anything she had already planned. Red and I had agreed, we should ask Nano to not accept any more brand new model clients, and to not make models or outfits for Silvervale anymore. Nano would have more time to work on my projects, and Silver wouldn't be able to get another model from Nano, and I wouldn't be compared to her if she chose to get a new one for someone else. Let me read that again, because my brain short fused for a moment. Nano would have more time. Okay. Red and I had agreed we should ask Nano to not accept any brand new model clients and to not make models or outfits for Silvervale anymore. Nano would have more time to work on my projects, and Silver wouldn't be able to get another model from Nano, and I wouldn't be compared to her if she chose to get a new one from someone else. Her artwork commissions and projects with her current model clients wouldn't be touched. And so I agree with the others. This was fucked. This wasn't good. This wasn't nice. This was very fucked up. If you consider the different people, if you consider the different VTubers that have models made by Nano sisters, you shouldn't be limiting. In my opinion, it may be a very, 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 very stupid one. Just if you consider all the others model sisters, then why try to make it so Nano has as least time for them as possible? Like, and to not make models or outfits for Silvervale anymore. Yeah, that I get, the whole Silvervale thing. I read over that in last stream. But regardless, so this is what I said about Silvervale and my apology in regards to this exclusivity deal. Quote, so at the point I was working with Nano consistently, we brought up not making any more models for her. The VTuber model is how everyone recognizes you, and it'd be harder to compare us directly if we no longer look alike or have that shared similarity. It was a wrong and selfish decision, but it made me feel better. That's why it was a constant topic with Nano. Pushed for this harder than I ever did because he knew how it affected me for years. No matter what the outcome was, I wasn't going to walk away from working with Nano. I don't know why I said it was a constant topic with Nano or that Red pushed harder for this, other than being overly apologetic. Red only had any meaningful conversation about Silver with Nano in July of 2023, in two situations that involved her in November of 2023 and January 2025. Quote, there was only one specific creator we were responsible for naming and pressuring Nano into considering projects with, not an entire list. End quote. I was overly apologetic here, and saying we were pressuring her was false. Red and I agreed to ask Nano about Silver when talking about exclusivity, which he did. The only projects Nano would have reconsidered would have been future ones. Hers was the only name Red and I discussed. As for the exclusivity with artist number 1, Red and we had only agreed that we wanted to have it for their work, and didn't talk about naming anyone to them. January 15th, 2025. This was when Nano and Red made their exclusivity deal. I didn't know Red was planning to talk to her about it that day, or even knew he had until after they had already come to an agreement without my involvement. Red brought this up to Nano in their private DMs, not in our project server chat where all three of us were. The quotes from my apology above refer to this deal they made. In Nano's and Bao's documents, this conversation was presented out of order and purposefully left out information. This was the second This was the second of 4 total times with 3 different artists I'd ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document in this instance. This instance, it was negotiations for an exclusivity deal. Red. Would you be open to some kind of model exclusivity deal? Or are you planning to take on more new kids? Nano. I don't mind. I don't mind taking it. Just not sure how to make it a fair deal. Red. I have some ideas, but what do you think? What do you think you'd need to make it work for you? Nano. Yeah, I have no idea. I've never been on this situation. Red. I mean, like, if we want to have some kind of model exclusivity, what would you need to make that sustainable for you? Nano. Maybe you can share one of your ideas and I check what I think. Okay, so I got some ideas for this, I guess. Red. I was driving. What are you thinking? Nano. Okay, so asked help from my friends. They don't know it. Oh, it's you, don't worry. So a monthly fee, calculating my monthly earnings. Also, how long would this be? And if this counts for models I already worked on. Red. Well, I think the main things we're looking for are for you not to take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new models / outfits with Silvervale again. You'd still be able to work on models / outfits with all your existing babies. You'd still be able to work on model outfits with your existing babies, and your artwork columns wouldn't be affected. What I told Nano we were looking for was exactly what Cinder and I agreed to. Not taking on any brand new model clients and not to take on and not make any more models or outfits with Silvervale. Existing model clients and artwork commissions wouldn't be affected. This was so Nano would have more time to focus on our projects, and was the only other time since November 2023 that I ever mentioned anything about the value of Nano's models, the more there were. I wanted it to preserve the value of existing Nano's models like Cinder's, and the more models Nano accepted, the more recurring clients she'd have, meaning she'd have less time for any projects we may ask her to for. Models were the most time-consuming thing she did. We never considered including cutting off any of Nano's existing model clients, since many of them are our friends. Besides Silver, Cinder has always been supportive of anyone who's debuted model by Nano. Red. Well, I think the main things we're looking for you are for you to not take on any brand new model clients and to not make any new models / outfits with Silvervale again. Still be able to work on models / outfits with all of your other existing babies, and your artwork columns wouldn't be affected. Red. One of our concerns is that more nano babies means nano models don't have the same value anymore. And the second is that there's a few people that we would just rather not be able to have a model from you. Maybe not any new babies at all. The reason why I brought this up at all is that there's been a lot of vice with another one of our partners with certain creators. And we'd rather these creators not have what makes Cinder unique, which is your artwork. Just drama. Nano. May I know who are those people? Red. Silver, Bow, and Cotton. Nano. Oh yeah, I have Bow on my list. Red. Well then, I brought up this conversation too late. It's okay, Nano. You don't need to make any changes. Nano. Are you sure? I'm not really down on working with people who Cinder don't want to. Red. Yeah, but wouldn't this be the second time we're canceling on her? Plus, none of this can leave our in chat. Chose to include Bao. I chose to include Bao's name to get it even with her for what I thought she did, which is explained in her section, and I threw Cotton's name in there for hurting a friend, and because I knew she was on Nano's waitlist in the past. Neither of them were ever discussed with Cinder, and Cinder strongly disagreed with what I thought about Bao. But if I was going to make a deal with Nano, then I wanted to try and to include Bao at the very least. Including their names here was entirely on me. I didn't want them to be able to get a model from Nano, but I wasn't looking to have her cancel anything on anyone. I knew when Nano didn't have anything lined up with Silver the last time I heard she had Cotton down for a model was when she canceled it in 2023. Now, I was under the impression that Bao moved on to another artist after Nano canceled on her the first time in August, since that was the last time Nano mentioned it. I had no idea Nano even had Bao on her to-do list again, so I said it was fine to leave things as they were. When Nano revealed it to me, I did feel bad about the idea of Nano canceling on Bao second time, even if I didn't want her to work with Nano. I would have left it there. Nano asked me if I was sure, and said she's not down to work with people Cinder didn't want her to. Cinder only agreed to ask Nano about Silvervale and did not agree with me about Bao. For this, I was using we and our like I would in any conversation with any of our partners. But if Nana was okay with what she wanted, I made sure to tell her how we both felt. In an overzealous attempt to get even with Bao, I took advantage of that and it made it sound like Cinder agreed with my feelings about her when I knew it wasn't true. It was the only time I lied about anything to Nano, and it was wrong of me to do this. Everything I said in this conversation were my own thoughts. My hesitancy and Nano's reassurance were both left out of Nano's and Bao's documents. I knew about what happened with Cotton, and a friend and I distanced myself from her because of it. But I absolutely do not agree that it was a good reason for Red to involve her. What happened had nothing to do with me, and it wasn't our place to do anything like this because of it. What Red described to Nano below was his incorrect theory about Bao making her editor Sacramore go exclusive with her because of Boss Rush's music video he made. I knew he thought this way in December, but I never agreed with him and held it against her. I was completely unaware that any of this was told to Nano. I should have talked about it, but I never did. Nano. Of course, I want to understand it better. Especially if I cancel her the second time, lol. Red. Well, with Silver, she's given a lot of bias and priority at gamersubs. Sometimes over Cinder, and we can't really confront them about it. Plus, she's gone 3D lately. Cotton hurt one of our friends pretty bad, and I can't really say much more than that since it's not my drama to get into. Val has been getting on our nerves for a while. She hijacked our YouTube editor a while ago and is constantly picking up artists that we work with. We've gotten to know her better being gotten to know her better being friends with her, but she really rubs us the wrong way with the things she does. We want to try and safeguard our most important artist from her. Since she's already taken our editor, and I don't mean taken like he doesn't work with us anymore. He he does, but he has to dedicate time for her now, and sometimes that gets in the way of our projects. Also, one of Bao's MV editors is the one that did the Boss Rush MV, and we're 99% sure she told him not to do any more with us. But like, model art is the most important thing. That's a VTuber's entire image. Again, this is all secret. This is all secret talk. La 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 la. I would rather work with Cinder than Bao. You guys seeing this shit? I'd rather work with Cinder than Bao. Her words. Right here. Red. Well, we love working with you. Cinder wouldn't be Cinder without Nano. Okay, but like, let me. Pardon me. Like, okay, but like, let me tell you the tea about the MV thing. Bao had original songs last year that had MVs by her editor, and the songs flopped. Her editor met us at TwitchCon and was saying that he'd love to work with us, practically jumping through hoops to get something planned. We managed to have him squeeze in the Boss Rush MV between his work with Bao. He says he loved working on it and is super excited to work on the next MV project. Boss Rush's song blows up, and he's credited as the editor. Ask him when he's free to do the next project. All of a sudden, he changes his mind and is only working with Bao going forward. No explanation. My comment about Silvervale and GamerSubs was based on our personal opinion about things we saw. Silver using her 3D model predominantly at the time was one way we justified asking Nano this. I didn't say anything about Cinder's insecurities, about comparisons between them, but Cinder talked to Nano about it. When Nano went to her about canceling our agreement. My message about Cotton was cut out of screenshots in Nano's document, but not in Bao's document. My message about Cotton was cut out of the screenshot in Nano's document, but not in Bao's document. I don't know why Nano would do that herself, and that would later say to me, quote, I don't really care about Bao and Cotton, or she wrote, well, she more just said, she'd rather work with Cinder than Bao. I haven't seen anything so far that, or my dumbass forgot anything regarding to or not wanting to work with Cotton. Like how, and would later say to me, quote, I don't really care about Bao and Cotton. And that's just saying, quote, I rather work with Cinder than Bao. Don't worry, being Cinder's mom means a lot to me, quote, removed as well, and this was framed as me showering her with love to manipulate her, instead of it being responding to me to what she said, like what actually happened. When I told Nano that Bao's song flopped, I was referring to how Bao thought of them, implying that I thought it was motivation for her to do what I was telling Nano. This wasn't explained to Nano at the time, but it's explained in Bao's section. Quote, plus, none of this can leave our chat. Quote, and quote, again, this is all secret talk, end quote, was to keep this from everyone, including Cinder. The image of the chat from Nano's document. Yeah, hey, Nano. Yeah, you want to explain why Cotton was cut out? The image of the chat from Nano's document with the message about Cotton being edited out. Versus the image of the chat from Bao's document containing the message about Cotton. All of a sudden, he changes his mind and is only working with Bao going forward. No explanation. Neuros Pepe. Red. There's some context missing since we know how Bao is behind the scenes, but basically we don't have any MV editor now for our next Boss Rush project. We think Bao got pissed that her editor did an original song MV for her friends without her knowing, and it did 100 times better than her original songs last year, that she locked him up so no one else could work with him, and then had to make it public on Twitter. It was only working with her going forward, like a literal announcement tweet. Nano. Oh shit? Red. Yeah. Nano. Okay, that's super weird. Red posting Zach's tweet regarding working for Bao. Anonymously in house, as in, will never be credited publicly, so no one knows who does this work for Bao. Oh, it's literally it, lol. Read. This literally reads like a hostage note. I asked to be anonymous since I'd like to separate from being known as a freelancer. I was mad at Bao for what I thought was her gatekeeping her music video editor, Sacramore, from working with us on any other music videos. The other things I said about Bao here were all on issues that became a list of grievances. After what I thought she did, there are more details about or what I thought she did. There are more details about this in Bao's section of the document. It sounded so harsh because I was angry about it. I was venting to someone I trusted about something I genuinely believed in. I thought that if she was going to gatekeep her editor, then I was going to try gatekeeping our artist. I couldn't see what I thought. I couldn't see what I thought was happening. I thought happened, making sense any other way. Everything I said here, I believed and was true to my own observations and experiences. They were not lies I was making up just because. As I now know, I was wrong. Nana was the only person I told my feelings and theories about 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 to other than Cinder. No one does this. No one decides to do this on their own. This was 2 weeks after Boss Rush came out. Nano. Yeah, it's just pretty weird, lol. Red. Now she's been barking up the tree of one of our L2D animators. So, like, and you. And a nano model. Nano. Yeah, looking for me sounds sus for sure. Red. So annoying. I don't know, man. Nano. Oh! Red. She has a way of guilt-tripping people to get her way. Nano. We can do a deal! Red. Huh? Nano. I'll cancel my model with Bao, like, forever. Nano said, quote, oh, we can do a deal, end quote. Quote, I'll cancel my model with Bao, like, forever, end quote. And suggested I pay for her own model rigging in return below, which she discount from our next project payment. Nano made me an offer to cancel Bao's model that benefit her. Nano made me an offer to cancel Bao's model that benefit her and was okay with doing it for what it ultimately zeroed to nothing. This was not shown in Nano's or Bao's documents. Ahem. All the model rigging with blank again, so paying for me and I discount from next payment. Red. Huh. Hmm. How much is the blank rigging, and when do you need it? Nano. I think it will be around 2K to 3K. She will start later this month, I guess. Red. Is it through PayPal? Nano. Yep. About new babies, that would be another deal. Red. What about we can pay blank for you, and you don't have to discount it for the next payment, and we'll continue giving you lots of model work from model work. I think 4 years for this year right now. But you don't work with Bao, cotton, or silver at all again, models or art. I don't think you've ever done anything with Bao or cotton before. We also have another GS label for you too, the AFK. Nano. Is there any way to add a little bit more, or since silver still asks for art every now and then? Red. We could do it like silver. We could do it like when silver asks for art, you tell her no, and you tell us to buy a commission from you. You tell us to buy another art piece, like so you still get a job from it. Anna told me we'd have to make a separate deal for new model clients, separate from her proposed idea about Bao's cancellation and her model rigging payment. That deal is what she said earlier. The deal is what she earlier said she'd want some kind of payment for. Instead of focusing on new model clients, I chose to focus on the people I listed to her and offered the deal above. She said she wanted some kind of payment agreement for new model exclusivity, which, quote, would be another deal, but I didn't refuse to pay her for it. Like it was claimed, the original proposition only was only ever models, but since I pivoted and new model clients were off the table and we were just talking about these three, I suggested that it include all work. We told her she wouldn't have to pay us a few thousand for her rigging back from her offer, and I'd guarantee her as many projects as she wanted. We worked with silver occasionally, never with cotton, only with bow on her model. So she wouldn't be missing out on income. No, we wouldn't be ready to replace. Red. Oh, I already read that. Nano, it do be fair, but okay, can I ask for a demon in the cinder figure? Red. I will ask about it right now if you want one. Nano. Yay, deal! Red. And a cinder lol. Let me see what blank says. Nanoist. Shit. Red. I don't think they're shipping internationally to customers for this one, but I'm gonna tell them to get you. I'm gonna tell them to get one to you. Nano. Oh, it do be fair, but okay. Can I ask for a demon cinder? Can I ask for a demon cinder figure? Yay, deal! I guess Red showing it that he talked to whoever is talking about in this right here. Nano, what the fuck is this chat? Red, you're getting a demon figure, lol. Nano, then we have a deal. Oh, Red. Okay, just to make sure, no work at all with bow cottons and silver, or four. I don't know if that's supposed to be shaded or there's supposed to be anything there. Continue giving you model work and various art comms. We pay for blank rigging for you, and you don't need to pay us back. You're sent a free demon figure. Nano. Yes, yes. Red. Aye, aye, Nano. I'll have sleepy references in the other chat for you ASAP, but if you want to start on the AFK label art in the meantime, you can. I don't know if I ever sent the templates. I don't know if I ever sent the template. I don't know if I have the template. Wait a minute, lol. Nano and I went back and forth and negotiated a deal. And we had both agreed to it. It was a deal made on each other's word, and there was no contract involved. She had equal say in what she'd want or need out of our deal before agreeing to it. She was fully aware of what she was agreeing to and was completely capable of turning me down if she had chosen to, and I would have accepted that like always. But if I knew all along, I could just manipulate Nano to do whatever I wanted, like I had allegedly done before, including canceling models. Why didn't I just do that instead of making any kind of deal with her in the first place? This was a mutual agreement made between both of us. She made the offer to cancel Bao's model, we negotiated, and both of us agreed to the deal we made. But this conversation, at the end of this conversation, and the final terms of our deal were never shown in Nano's document. Also, I didn't refuse to pay for exclusivity, like it was falsely claimed in her document. I was absolutely open to exclusivity payments, just like I was to artist number 1, our video editor shown in Bao's section, and artist number 2 in Silvervale's section. Nano suggested it for model exclusivity, but like she said, that quote would be another deal. Well, end quote. I moved on from that to focus on the 3 people I brought up, and both sides agreed to this deal without revisiting the idea of payments again, other than us paying for her model rigging. There was no manipulation, and I didn't lie to her about what I actually believed at the time. I did, and always have, cared about our friends. I was under the impression that what Bao did was against me, Cinder, Tricky, and Vienna. And Cotton hurt another one of our friends I cared about, and made this mistake. And trying to do what I thought was. I made this. Cotton hurt another one of our friends I cared about. I made this mistake in trying to do what I thought was right by them at the time, without considering the people it would affect. After this happened, I was told Nano agreed she wouldn't work with Silvervale at all anymore. We'd continue working with Nano on lots of projects like we've always done. We'd fully pay for Nano's new model rigging. We'd pay for Nano's new models rigging, and she'd be sent a free demon figure. Red never told me that Bao and Cotton were ever talked about or included in their agreement, or that Bao hadn't had another model that was cancelled. Their deal didn't include the part about Nano not taking any new model clients it talked about before, but I was okay with leaving it as I was told it was. Like I said in my apology, quote, regarding the exclusivity deal made between them, I had no part in the direct negotiations of their eventual agreement, and I had no knowledge of Bout and Cotton being included in this list. I had known my friends were If I had known my friends were included, I would have said something to put a stop to it. I was only aware of it being one person I was unfairly pursuing. There is no tangible I can show to prove that I didn't know what happened between them. I can't prove I didn't know something. This is from Red. I didn't tell Cinder everything because I knew she disagreed with me about Bao and she'd get pissed. I was confident she wouldn't find out about it though, with how all the business discussions with Nano were through me. And even if she did it later, then it would be already long done. Cinder wouldn't have told Bao about it after the fact either. I was stubborn and wanted to get back at the kind of person I thought Bao was more than keeping Cinder's feelings in mind. I didn't mention Cotton's name to Cinder either, since I didn't know how she'd react, and I didn't want her to find out about Bao. She only agreed to Silver, so that's all I told her. January 15th, 2025. Shortly after the deal was made with Nano, and he told me about it, and Ren messaged artist number 1 about our thoughts on their agreement. Red. Okay, thoughts on the thing. We aren't against the idea of paying you month to month to have you as a permanent team member. However, we're concerned we won't get the full use of your services, since things like project management, graphic design, IT, and web dev may not be or always be applicable. And I put project management here because, as of right now, it wouldn't be like full project management, but more so help with animation and comms with artists like we've been doing. It also depends on what your monthly payment would cover. For instance, with Blank, we pay him a set number that includes X videos per month, plus extra to cover just general channel management. So would your monthly pay include unlimited services or only X number of or animations, etc.? The pay you're asking for also isn't unreasonable given your skill set, but like I said before, I don't know how much will be applicable to us month to month, so we probably won't be able to go as high as your ask. Cinder and I both agree that some kind of exclusivity slash non-compete agreement would be important to do, too. With how much you're working with us, you have the example of the model VFX, or Blank. You'd want to extend that to VTuber work in general, including rigging, animation, VFX, merch photos, video work, etc. There's a few people we compete with that we'd rather or withhold your work from if agreeable. So it could be case by case basis. Also for this, no plans at the moment. Number 1. Okay, give me a couple minutes to go through the points. Okay, so what will be covered? No set number of things. Whatever that needs working on or need help with. Each project is different in terms of scope or type. It doesn't really make much sense to have those set to an arbitrary number, IMO, in my opinion. Like some projects can span more than a month, like Blank, that was over 400 hours. Some other projects are done in like 2 to 3 days, like the Mask Teaser thing. So that's why I originally mentioned like a set number of hours instead of a certain number of piece of content. So I guess the unlimited services, like you put in regarding exclusivity, here are my thoughts. I have no problem granting exclusivity for the following VTuber work to be done for a VTuber: model VFX, model rigging, illustrated model rigging, merch photo, and IRL media. When I said, well, if there's a few people we compete with that we'd rather withhold your work from if agreeable, I was thinking of giving them the same names I had given Nano. They they told me here recently they started working with Bao and they've worked with Silver in the past. Cinder and I didn't talk about any names to give to artist number one. Number one. For all kinds of For all kinds of illustrated animations or like AE stuff, I would prefer leaving that open for two reasons: creative slash Cinder fatigue and exposure slash growth. What do I mean by that? In order to not get fatigued creatively of always doing the same things slash theme all the time, I'd still like the ability to take on other projects on the side as a form of palette cleanser, if you will. I want to keep the same consistency and quality of services provided and want to avoid dipping those because I'm doing fire all the time, for example. And for the exposure slash growth, I'm not talking about the exposure I need to get from working with other folks, but to what I would be exposed, but to what I would be exposed in terms of working material and the potential for learning. For learning things like different art styles, illustration compositions, methodologies, ideas, etc. The kind of stuff that has the potential to improve my abilities by working with different stuff, and as a result, being able to apply those new skills to the daily work I do with y'all. For example, while working on one of Bao's projects, at a very specific way, when it was drawn, that I had to replicate it, ended up creating a really cool effect that now serves as my general blank effects lol. That said, I'd be okay to limit the range of potential clients to my past slash current clients list, which I can provide, and not take on any new clients or get them approved first. Red. I don't understand your points about exclusivity. Could you send me the past slash current VTubers you've worked with and the kind of work you did for them? Or any VTuber related work? Number one, Silvervale, Bow, the rest blank. I don't know if you consider Blank a VTuber, but I've done all kinds of stuff for her, including Blank. I'd say the most likely that would apply or be relevant is Silver and Bout, to be honest. I also don't want to overwork myself, Lamau. Do you also have a list of folks you compete directly with, lol? Well, good. From the list you sent, Bow and Silver for sure. The rest, no. Number one. Alrighty, let me know where we can go from there. Red. Because Silver didn't like Cinder, and I had something against Bao now. I considered Bao and Silvervale competition. Artist number one didn't know either of my thoughts on Silvervale or Bao. Unlike what I told Nano, I didn't bother to bring up Cotton's name since she never interacted with artist number one. This was the third of 4 total times with 3 different artists I'd ever specifically asked anyone to not work with someone else, which are all presented in this document. January 16th, 2025. The next day, artist number one sent read a document that laid out everything in their agreement. Number one. Alrighty. I started to write a document that covers everything we've been discussing and additional stuff I just thought about regarding the thing that should help navigate this whole thing and hopefully help with the discussions and what ends up being agreed upon. I don't think there was anything officially confirmed slash agreed, so everything there is kind of open to change at the moment. So please take a look at and let me know What'd you think? Red. No news on the samples yet, but they said they might not have things for you. But for future drops, they'll be able to send things your way. Number 1. Rip. Red. Oh my god, this is so organized, lol. Show this to Cinder after her stream. You can send the link in that project server chat too. Number 1. In the SFW Anim channel? Red. Yeah. Number 1. Sure. Sure. Should we also move the discussion there as well? Red. Yeah, we can move it there. Yeah, we can move it there. Ours number 1 sent a written agreement to go over. As far as I remember, there's a carve out for both Silver and Bow. I didn't push for this to be changed. Regardless of what I said the night before, they were their clients already and left things open to work with them. I had them in post-project server. Fuck off, Rav. I had them post it in our project server to discuss it there and where Cinder could see herself. This agreement with ours number 1 never actually happened due to other reasons that delayed us finalizing things. February 10th, 2025 into February 20th, 2025. Nano canceled the exclusivity deal she made with Red about a month after it was made so she could work with Silver. This conversation with Red wasn't included at all in Nano's document, only my DMs with her. Nano faced no repercussions from either of us for going back on her word, and Silvervale didn't lose out in any projects with Nano because of her agreement with Red. Nano. Red. And a depressed-looking Pepe. And Nano, I don't need to hear from GamerSubs about the label before or having you do more to it. What's up? Nano. It's fine, working on the model meanwhile, so it's about the exclusivity thing. I don't think I can do this to Silver, because she's still a friend to me, and it hurts on me to do so. I don't really care about Bow and Cotton. So for those of you who refuse to fucking read it, look at it! She only went back on the exclusivity deal because she couldn't do it to Silver. She really didn't give two shits about Bow and Cotton. Once more, screenshotting this. Actually, just that bit. So I was wondering if I could pay back the figure in the rigging with our current comms. I'll understand if you think that's unfair from my side. Honestly, I thought I had the guts. Also, let me know if any plans made so far are changing after this. Red. It'll still send you the figure, and you can just discount blank cost from the model. Think about what the plans are after our current 2 projects. Would you agree not to do models at least, or is that what you're thinking? Is that what you're talking about? Nano. Okay, I appreciate the figure. Yeah, I'll think about it. You shouldn't talk about models just in case. Red. Okay, thanks, Nano. Nano, can I ask you what you're working on for Silver if it's blank? Nano. It's a blank. Red. Gotcha. Nano. Quote. Yeah. Quote. I don't really care about Bow and Cotton. Nano couldn't keep her word on the deal she agreed to because Silvervale asked her for commission. Silver lost no work with Nano. Just like in November of 2023, Silver was the tipping point for her. So I don't know why she agreed to her deal to begin with. Nano still had no problem sharing. Pardon me. Nano still had no problem sharing with me exactly what she was doing for Silver over a week later. I never got confirmation from Nano that she canceled Bao's model second time before or after she walked back our agreement. And I never asked, and I had mostly moved on from my volatile feelings towards Bao, and I no longer considered her competition, even if I didn't have a favorable opinion of her, she was still Cinder's friend. Nana went back on our agreement only a week after we paid her. Wait, she went back after. I'm sorry. Let me read this in full and slowly, just so I can comprehend this. Nano went back on our agreement only a week after we paid her for model rigging. So she went back on the agreement only a week after she was paid. Fucking what? After we paid her for model rigging on February 3rd, 2025, the one thing she asked for out of our deal. Okay. She she went back on the deal only a week after she was paid for the rigging of the for the model rigging on 3rd of February 2025, which was the one thing she asked for out of the deal. February 11th, 2025. Nano messaged me the next day about her walking back on the deal she made with Red. He'd already talked with me about her canceling the agreement, specifically to work with Silver on something. So she didn't mention Bell or Cotton at all to me, and Silver didn't lose out on any opportunity with Nano due to this deal. Nano got tired of hearing about Silvervale and didn't want to be involved in any issues regarding her, but didn't say anything about keeping her out of drama to Red. She faced no backlash from Red or I going back on her word, even though I was upset because this was my last resort to try ending the comparisons between Silver and I. I was content with Nano working on what she wanted to and didn't hold it against her like always. Quote about this from my apology. Quote, Nano had messaged me about this agreement almost a month later. I was under the assumption that it was only about Silvervale. I was upset about my initial messages to her were very guilt trippy, but I wasn't going to force Nano to do anything she wasn't okay with and tried reassuring her that I was okay with her decision. End quote. No, don't want to copy. Nano. Cinder, just want to say sorry for stepping back on the exclusivity deal. I want to apologize personally to you since I've only talked about that with Red, but I just don't want to be dragged on any personal issues like that. After all, Silver's still a client, and it makes me anxious and kind of destroys my mental to do this kind of deal. Just want just want to let you know, well, I still love working with you and Red, but I'll understand if things doesn't work out because of Silver. Just love my clients, that's all. Cinder. I get it, Nano, and it was unfair to push this on you, but it's just really confusing going back and forth about it. I just get compared to her a lot, even still today, and it's like I'm always living in someone's shadow. Oh, which is one reason why, Reddit asked me, which is why Reddit, yeah, asked about not making any models for her. And when you said, I understand, if things don't work out, it makes me feel like you're okay with not working with me anymore, which hurts so much after all this time. I really appreciate you, Nano. And it's your decision. It's your decision who you ultimately work with, but this is how I've been feeling. I don't really see the point of keeping thinking about being compared to Silver since you're so much bigger already. You've done so much more. But I would never give Silver any priority over you. Also, there's not even any model for her being discussed. I just want to sleep clear-minded. Also, I'm fine not doing I'm fine not doing her models, but at least gamer subsort stuff would be fine with me. I don't want to be 100% an asshole to her, that's all. Cinder, it's not me, but other people's opinions of us, and I'm just trying to not get involved in any drama. In any drama that other people want to talk about comparing us, but I understand where you're coming from, Nano. There's no hard feelings. Nano, sorry about this, my mental health is just a bit weak. Cinder, same girl. I'm sorry for bringing this to you. Cinder. I want you to get that money. The whole situation is just kind of sucky. I just, I want to just get along. I understand if things don't work out. About this, it would be mostly if you hate me for not burning Silver down from my list. Cinder, I would never hate you. Thank you and same. I'm just an insecure bitch. Cinder, I love everything we've done together, and I want to keep doing more. People saying dumb shit online just makes me stressed. They can suck on mine. Cinder, you the best. Thank you for powering through my recent comms. I hope your power doesn't stay out for too long. Nano, thank you. Happy to serve. Also, thank you for talking to me. Sometimes dealing just with Red makes me a bit anxious. Cinder, I'm sorry you felt pressured about this. He's just looking after me. He loves your stuff. I'll tell him to be nice. I understand. Actually, you can just imagine how busy you are, so I don't bother much. Cinder, I'll always have time to yap. I will always have time to yap with you. You the best. Cinder, it's nice to talk more if you ever need anything. Yee, same for you. Searching Bow and Cotton in my own DMs with Nano. Bow? Nothing. Cotton? Nothing. April 9th, 2025, in our project server. Red was telling Nano about our next model plans after my sleepy outfit debuted. Red. Nano, we're thinking we do a big update to the demon model next, plus a new outfit on it. Nano. Big update? Red. Like, we did the 2.5 update to the 2.0 model with the new boobs and Charlie, so we'd update some things and add some toggles to it. Didn't you want to redo the demon before we started the angel? Lol. We'll do whatever you guys want to. What outfit would be? Red. Well, we just want to update the normal demon outfit first. The new outfit would be on the demon model instead of 2.0 like the rest of them, but it's still being worked on. But we're still working on the designs. Whip. Damn! Red. We just got an update. I love it so much. April 11th, 2025. Red saw Nano working on a new model for Shy Lily for the first time. He messaged her and asked questions about the timeline of the model. Red. Congrats on the Lily model, Nano. Hey, thank you. Red. When did she ask you about doing one? And do you have a lot of other models lined up besides ours? Nano. No, it's just her. Pardon me. Nano. Well, no, it's just hers and finish up a few things on blank. I'll probably stop taking new models after Lily and work with current clients. Red. Gotcha. No. You look such odd, I think. Red. Was it recently Lily messaged you, or has it been planned for a while? Nano. Since February or March. Red. Hardy. I asked Nano about Lily and her projects just like I would any other time. And Nano gave me the information just like she would any other time. I thought that Lily getting a model from Nano would possibly be related to how she was treating Cinder lately. That night I saw Red, and he told me Nano was working on a model. That night I saw Red, and he told me Nano was working on a model for Shy Lily, but didn't say anything about him asking Nano about it, or that he would. I was happy with the idea that Shy Lily and I were going to be model sisters, especially since we're both part owners of the same company. I thought we might have to consider that we'd be competing with Shy Lily with the way she was treating me, and the fact she was working with Nano now, similar to how things were with Silvervale. I didn't agree in my mind. Shy Lily and I weren't going to be competing with her. Everything I was experiencing with Shy Lily at the time is explained in her section of this document. In my apology, I wrote, quote, I had no idea there was even a conversation about Shy Lily recently between Red and Nano until reading her document. It's true I had confided in Red that lately I hadn't been hearing from Lily like I had in the past and was worried something was wrong. As far as it went, he took it upon himself to try digging for more info. I didn't share any of this conversation. I didn't share any of this conversation, the conversation about with Cinder, because there wasn't anything super meaningful or pressing I thought she needed to know about it. Red. Hey, Nano, do you have more plans with Lily besides just the model, like outfits or merch or anything? Nano. And just the model so far. Red. Okay. Asking you for a model recently just made the antenna go up. So she's been acting weird towards Cinder lately, and you don't know if something's going on. Following up with Nano about Lily because of the way she was acting towards Cinder over the past few weeks. It really seemed like Lily had a problem with Cinder. Nano. Give me a sec. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Red. Ever since after V-Card launched. Nano. But what do you consider weird? Red. Lately dipping out collabs they were both a part of at the last minute and now ghosting her messages. Cinder's raided her a couple times in the past week, and Lily won't acknowledge Cinder by name. You hear that, Demi? It was only two. As far as I read, it was only two fucking instances. Silver and Lily. So fuck off with your Cinder say my name bullshit. Fuck you. Sorry, random outburst. I do greatly apologize, but before I began the stream, I saw that and it kind of just ticked a nerve. So I'm still sorry. I'm sorry about that little outburst. Red. Just like weird petty stuff, I don't know. It's super weird since they both share the same store, lol. Red. When V-Cards launched, they were talking and collabing, and I don't know what happened, but we're asking you for a model. Well, after that was just weird. Even though she said she doesn't plan on getting a new model anytime soon. Although Blank was kind of mean to her about using a L2D item one time. Red. Oh no, Nathan, we keep bringing you into drama. I didn't lie about anything I said here. Oh, your picture was 265. I didn't lie about anything I said here. Me saying ever since after V-Card launched was because around then was the last time I remembered them collabing and talking with each other. Like I said after, I remembered Lily was saying it was too soon to get a new model around in the start of the year. But I didn't consider 3 to 4 months that passed when I said this. Obviously, Lily changed her mind since then. Red. I don't know. I hate that we keep bringing you into drama. Nano. Yeah, though it was quite early to go for a new model. Blank looked a bit menacing, so I don't talk to her. Red. Feels like we're gonna have to complete. Feels like we're gonna have to compete with Lily. She's ghosting Cinder and wants the same model, Mama. This is the only time I ever said anything to anyone other than Cinder about competing with Lily. Lily had problem with Cinder, and at the same time start working with our model artist, then yes, we wouldn't be working together anymore. In my mind, we'd be competing with her. At very least, over Nano's time. Lily wasn't treating Cinder differently. I wouldn't have had any reason to think the timing of Lily's model with Nano was suspect. No reason to ask Nano anything, when she started working on Lily's model. I would have felt the same way about the Cinder. Okay, but Red, the thing is, even if Lily was giving her, even before the V-card stuff, if Lily was just giving Cinder the silver treatment and just not acknowledging her and just treating her differently, as you say, still. So, well, that doesn't really warrant those feelings. You can't get everyone in the world to like you. If you try to get everyone to like you, there are going to be people that end up hating you. And in this case, Lily would be one of those people. I'm not saying the whole Lily treating Cinder differently thing is justified, but I'm not justifying your Red's thought process either. Do any screenshots? They were talking about something unrelated. Fuck. Oh, something unrelated? Don't care. Don't care. I'm just kidding. I'm not like some people. Red. Real. Is it just Cinder and Blank you've been doing continuous model outfits for? We'll have the demon update list plus final arcade reference for you soon, as soon as it's finished. I think it is. I have an outfit for Blank planned too. As for Blank, got nothing for now, but she always comes up with something. Red. Oh. Do you know who's rigging Lily's model? Nano. Gonna be Blank. Red. Thanks, Nano. Sorry for all the questions. Just gotta stay informed, especially when it comes to our top artist. Never a break. Don't worry, just don't stress too much with the sight things. It's bad for balding. Red. I'm gonna go bald now. I'll keep you in the loop about anything else going on with that. Shit. Nano. The balding? Red. No, you fool! Just stupid drama. You gotta stay competitive, even when we shouldn't have to. So your PFP looks like a guy with a mustache. Don't go too far in the competitiveness. It can get bad. Yeah, chill sometimes. See, this is one of the few times I'm gonna say Nano has a point. Don't go too far. Yes, it's fine to get a little bit competitive, but if you go too far with the competitiveness, it can and will ruin friendships. Listen, I'm not saying to not be competitive. Fuck, I'm the most competitive motherfucker you will ever meet. At least in a different context. But still, back then I was the most, in a different context, the most competitive motherfucker you would ever meet. But as I'm growing up, I'm learning to not take the competitiveness too far. And still learning to chill. Because I don't want to end up being some arrogant asshole. This is not a jab at Red. That pushes friends away because of acting like some arrogant prick. Once again, not a jab at Red. Speaking of, Red, hey, it's not us. I stayed informed with Nano's plans of who she was because of who she was to us and our brand. It's always been that way, and it's never been a problem with her. I said we should have to stay competitive as in a general sense with the entire VTuber sphere, even even when we shouldn't have to with someone like Lily who we thought was a friend now acting this way. See, this was this is why whenever talking with someone new online, fuck, even when meeting, even when talking with the Pirate Pups on Twitter that I've now grown to open up to and talk with. At the beginning, I had no idea if I didn't to outright treat them like a friend, but I didn't outright treat them like a piece of shit either. I stayed neutral, and that's usually I stay neutral well, until it's just something that rubs me the wrong way, or right until if it's not. Fuck, I'm not good at explaining shit. Sometimes I'll see some people say shit that, even though I don't know them, rubs me the wrong way, leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Or I could see them constantly not acting like some insufferable, arrogant douchebag. And pretty much not afraid to say how it is. Not afraid to say it how it is. And it's just, I like that. It's red. It's not us. Also, PFP is this. What the is that? What the dog? Oh, it's a werewolf. I thought it was dinosaur of some sort. Red. What the? No, let me do that better. No, I can do that one better. Hey, it's not us. What's PFP is this? What the? You know. Red. You aren't the ones getting a model. You aren't the ones getting a model from the artist of the other GS owner of the blue and ghosting them and refusing to acknowledge them. It wasn't either of us who had a problem with Lily or treating her differently for no apparent reason. Is this you before you started drawing for the day? Is this you before you started drawing for the day? Nano, you got me. Red, understandable. Nano, me getting GS to start the work shift. Red, lol, real, same. Okay, what do you think would be better? Updating parts of the demon model like we did 2.0 or making a new demon model? I don't know how much new stuff you ended up doing for the angel outfit, even though it was going to use 2.0 as a base. Nano. At this point, I'll always suggest new models since she's pretty old now, but it's your money. Your orders. Red. The demon is the oldest 2.0 model. Nano. True. Red. Well, we'd want to update the demon with the new toggles we've had, but also to use as a base for the arcade outfit, and then do an ice demon at the start of the next year. Nano. Whatever you guys prefer. Red. Okay, we'll let you know. Nano, we're brainstorming new design ideas. Are there any ideas or themes you'd have in mind for a cinder model? There's no wrong answers. These are my last messages with Nano. I guess saying anything bad about Lily was a step too far for her. I don't know why. I don't know why she thought I was lying about Lily, or some reason she didn't just ask to verify what I was telling her instead of leaking our messages. I never asked, told, implied, or said anything to Nano about not working with Lily. But fuck. I never asked, told, implied, or said anything to Nano about not working with Lily or canceling her model. She already started. I had no intention to. April 15th, 2025. This is the last message in my DMs with Nano. She never replied and never messaged me. I need to talk about things from her document privately. In my apology, I wrote, Nano had also never come to me as seriously and professionally as her document. Was looking to address the issues she had with either of us, or to terminate our partnership. Cinder. Hi, Nano. Would you want to come? Would you want to come on my stream again sometime? Our partnership was terminated before Nano's document was posted, but not by her. Wait, what? Well, fucking what? What do you mean? Our partnership was terminated before Nano's document was posted, but not by her. But it was, though. Was her document posted somewhere else? By someone else? The fuck? April 15th? What? Wait, she got a new manager? April 15th, 2025, April 16th, 2025. 3 days after Red's messages with Nano about Lily, and about 10 hours after my message above, Red was added into a group chat by Nano with her new manager. Red was told that effective immediately. Nano would be taking an indefinite hiatus from working with us due to burnout, and explaining away why Red hadn't heard from Nano in days. We knew Nano's manager had always been her husband, Mio, so him being replaced and Nano coming to this decision out of nowhere made no sense. I was never added into this chat and wasn't even aware of it. Wasn't even aware of it happening till the day after Red talked to me about it. So then, real question, why the fuck wasn't she added? Dead ass. Why the fuck wasn't she added to the group chat? In my personal opinion, Red along with Cinder should have been added. I was never added to this chat and wasn't even aware of it until happening until the day after when Red talked to me about it. Nano added me to this chat originally since this was the first time I'd ever been in contact with this other person. At the time these screenshots were taken, Nano had already left the chat. Discord messages for adding me into the chat, her leaving, gone. And I was apparently made the group owner. Nano never sent a message in this chat and was the original group owner. Nano's commissions. Akira. Hello, nice to meet you, Red. I'm Akira, Nanolis's new manager. I'm here to support her with client outreach so she can focus on what she does best, creating stunning 2D anime babes. You may have noticed she's been a bit quiet lately. Part of why I'm reaching out is to apologize for the radio silence, but more importantly, to ensure that there's always a clear line of communication moving forward so we can avoid situations like this in the future. That said, I also come bearing some bittersweet news. Nanolis will be taking a break from working on large-scale commissions for Cinder. We know this may come as a surprise, and we didn't want to leave you in the dark. This decision wasn't made lightly. Both of you have grown together and share a really special creative bond. The reason behind this pause is straightforward. though not with complexity. While the opportunity to work with Cinder has been incredible and quite lucrative, Nanolis feels it's time to expand her artistic horizons. She wants to challenge herself with new styles and creators, and is concerned that focusing solely on one project might one project might pigeonhole her creatively. Might pigeonhole her creatively. Fuck, I can't speak. Might pigeonhole. She wants to challenge herself with new styles and creators, and is concerned that focusing solely on one project might pigeonhole her creatively. This isn't about personal differences. Far from it. It's about growth in the pursuit of a broader artistic path. See, this is shit. In my opinion, this is shit Cinder should have seen as well, or she should have been made aware of not after, but before. Like, I at least think this Akira person should have messaged Cinder too. Like, I get that Red was her manager, but it's fucking still. This isn't about personal differences. Far from it. It's about growth in the pursuit of a broader artistic path. Artistic burnout is real and often unavoidable for those who make a living from the creative work, as I'm sure you're quite familiar with. She's been meaning to say this for a while, struggled to find the right words, which is where I come in. Please know this isn't goodbye, just a temporary shift. As she explores new opportunities and works with other creators, we're absolutely open to revisiting collaborations in the future. After all, Analysts plus Cinder has always been a slam dunk combo. I ask for your understanding during these uncertain times and urge you to resist the temptation to reach out to Nano directly. It's difficult for her as well, and she needs the space to gather her thoughts in these moments of reflection. If you have any questions or your business inquiries, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm here to help. Right. Hi, Kira. Thanks for the message. Akira messaged this chat first and renamed the chat to the Nanolist Commissions, showing that I didn't make this group or initiate this conversation. Akira said Nano was meaning to say this for a while. Everything Akira describes, she never showed anything remotely similar to. Nano was always excited for our projects, including just days before this. Red. Hi, Akira. Thanks for the message. The line of reasoning makes sense, and we've been working with Nano consistently for years now. She's been a major part of our brand, and why Cinder is Cinder. It does hurt that this is kind of coming from out of nowhere from my perspective, and we didn't hear anything about this from her directly beforehand. If this is the conclusion she came to, then I will talk to Cinder and figure out our next steps. Does this mean all projects were in talks with Nano about our canceled, including our model updates? Does this mean all projects we talk? Fuck. Does this mean all projects we were in talks with Nano about are canceled, including our model updates? Appreciate your help, Akira, and you're helping Nano with everything she does. She can be a bit disorganized sometimes. Well, she can be a bit disorganized sometimes. Lol. It's unfortunate these are the terms we are meeting on, though. Kira. Hey, thanks so much for the quick response. I'm really sorry about the disorganization on Nano's end, and I totally understand how this might have felt. Felt sudden. I'm stepping in to smooth things out and make sure communication is clearer moving forward, so we can all stay in the loop and avoid such surprises. Okay, so far, Akira's seeming like a solid person. No reason to distrust them. I'm stepping in to help smooth things out and make sure communication is clearer and moving forward so we can all stay in the loop and avoid such a surprise. Okay, Akira is seeming like a decent person. Okay. As for future commissions, Nano is currently taking some time to recover from burnout, so she'll need a bit of a break. But once she's feeling better, we'd love to revisit the idea of future collaborations. In the meantime, if you have any projects with pressing deadlines that Nano can't take on, I'll personally facilitate another high-caliber artist who can handle the commission to make sure Cinder gets the high-quality artwork she's associated with, so we don't create a roadblock for you. Red. I'm not sure how much she's informed you, but the latest project we've brought to her was a small model update to Cinder's demon model she'd drawn in the past. However, I don't think having another artist create new layers on her existing work would be reasonable. The project was intended for launch in June, but if Nano has to cancel, then we'll scrap the update altogether. As for future projects, Nanolis or yourself on her behalf can reach out to us when she's ready, and we'll discuss things then. Thank you for the work you've done for us, Nano. Akira. Yes, for anything in the immediate future, I'd say until around July, just to give a rough estimate, everything is on hold for now. I totally understand if delaying the project isn't feasible on your end. We can definitely touch base again around that time and see where things stand. If it still doesn't make sense to move forward, we can cancel altogether. Whatever works better for you is fine for us. Red. I don't think that timeline will work for this project, unfortunately. I don't think that timeline would work for this project, unfortunately. Looking forward to hearing from you when the time comes. Thanks, Akira. Appreciate it. Akira. That's understandable. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thanks a lot for being so understanding in such short notice. I think Nano really appreciates it. If there's anything I can help you with, don't hesitate to ask. Have a good week. I immediately accepted this decision if it's what Nano wanted. My comment saying Nano is a bit disorganized was meant to be endearing to her. I said thank you for the work you've done for us, Nano, because she was in this chat at the time. Red. Hey Akira, just asking for clarification here, since it'll affect mine and Zender's plans for the future. Is Nano taking a break from commissions in general for the next few months due to burnout from back-to-back projects? Then things will resume as normal, but maybe with some more time between new things? Or after her break, has she decided not to work with us in the scale she has been now? Only take on our projects sparingly so she can pursue other things. Thanks for the help. Kira. Hey Red, I think it's still too early to say, but once we resume the collaborations, I believe doing smaller scaled projects first, like screens and whatnot, would be ideal. Once we get our foot in the door once we get our foot in the door a little bit, it will depend on how Nano feels about it. I believe she'll eventually want to undertake large projects again, but trying out smaller stuff first is definitely smarter, in my opinion. Red. Given the timeline, let's say she's back in July, the next and last thing after Cinder's demon model update was a new outfit model project we showed her recently. It's planned to be debuted in August, and there may be just enough time for it to be done. I know you're saying this wouldn't be the type of project she'd want to take on so soon, but if I could get a concrete answer from her on this project, specifically sooner rather than later, it would help us figure things out on our end. And one more thing. Were there any other factors from her perspective that led to this decision besides artistic burnout? Akira. I'll bring it up with her. I'm thinking we might have a clearer answer by June regarding a potential start date for the demon model update. If that timing works for you. Otherwise, it's probably a bit too early to have that conversation with her. And no, as far as I understand, it's really just a case of artistic burnout. And the pressure she feels to prove herself. Red. Thanks, Akira. Akira. No worries. I asked Akira more questions and tried to speculate on some kind of timeline when Nano may possibly be able to work with us again. Since this threw off our plans for the rest of the year, then I asked specifically if there, quote, were any other factors from her perspective that led to this decision besides artistic burnout. Thinking my conversation about Shy Lily with her could have had something to do with this, I was reassured it was just burnout and artistic pressure. I know. Well, I was right to suspect this. Shit. That's blurry. Eh. Is this one of the reasons why I'm supposed to view this on like a windowed mode or something? Okay. I didn't want to move on from Nano, and I said we'd wait for her and change our plans around, instead of replacing her as Cinder. I didn't want to move on from Nano. Oh, instead, we'd wait for her and change our plans around instead of replacing her as Cinder's model artist. I first told Cinder about this before her. I broke before. First told Cinder about this news before I said that I broke the news to her. This reasoning Kira gave us didn't make sense on April 9th, 2025. Nano showed no signs of burnout, ready and willing to take on the next project, excited about my new design. Red. We're thinking we do a big update to the demon model on next, plus a new outfit on it. Big update? Oh, I already read this. But you know what? Fuck it. We're doing it again. Big update? Red. Like we did the 2.5 update to the 2 like we did the 2.5 update to the 2.0 model. It's the new boobs and Charlie, so we'd update some things and add some toggles to it. Didn't you want to redo the demon before we started the angel? Lol. Nano. Do whatever you guys want to. What outfit would it be? Red. Well, we want to update just the normal demon outfit first. The new outfit would be on the demon model instead of 2.0 like the rest of them, but it's still being worked on. Red. Nano, we just got an update. Nano. I love it so much. And the last thing Nano said to Red on April 12th, 2025, she showed no signs of being burnt out either. Nano. At this point, I'll always suggest new model. At this point, I'll always suggest new models since she's pretty old now. But it's your money. That's your money, your orders. Red. The demon is the oldest 2.0 model. Nano. True. Red. Well, we'd want to update the demon with the new toggles we've had, but also to use as a base for the arcade outfit, and then do an ice demon at the start of the next year. Whatever you guys prefer. The last time Nano had implied she was burnt out from work in any way was to Red. The last time Nano had implied she was burnt out from work in any way was to Red in September 2024. She canceled a bunch of her projects herself over 7 months earlier. Nano, I'm freaking out with my comms. I think I just want to do Cinder stuff. Nano, I'm canceling shit. I need my freedom. After Akira's message, I was heartbroken, distraught, and didn't even know where to go from here. Akira asked for Nano to not be contacted, and despite everything, I still respected Nano not. I still respected Nano. Fuck! I still respected Nano enough to not reach out. If that's how she felt. Red reassured me that things would be okay, and that we'd work with Nano again when she was ready. There's nothing that I could think of as to why Nano would come to this decision, and without saying anything to me at all, I canceled my Fansly stream. I canceled my Fansly stream I was supposed to have that night. The Fansly stream is on Cinder or NSFW account Cinderotica. The Fansly stream is canceled tonight. I've got some bad news. I'll be taking the night off. I'll reschedule it soon. Thank you for understanding. Here's my post on Fansly. I'm not linking it directly because Fansly is an NSFW site. The only sub-only stream is canceled tonight. I received some bad news and don't have the energy to stream right now. I'm sorry to disappoint everyone. Thank you for understanding. I'll let you know when the stream is rescheduled for soon. April 21st, 2025, 5 days later. And then message to Kira again. Red. Hey Kira, I've been speaking to Cinder about this on and off, and she wanted me to relay her thoughts since she doesn't. Hey Kira, I've been speaking to Cinder about this on and off, and she wanted me to relay her thoughts since she doesn't feel. Well, she should message her. She should message Nano herself. Hey Kira, Red. Hey Kira, I've been speaking to Cinder about this on and off, and she wanted me to relay her thoughts since she doesn't feel she should message Nano herself. She's very hurt that Nano hadn't discussed this with her sooner, and that she came to this decision without any warning after all the time they've worked together. To now seemingly all communication with each other being taboo, not to mention that she wasn't included in this conversation. As you know, Cinder has tied her image and her brand around Nano's work over the past 3 years, and regardless of the business implications that may come of it, become of not working together for her, she's just more hurt personally. It's felt like a sucker punch at a time where other factors in the space were really weighing down on her. Like I said before, we will continue to respect Nano's wishes. We don't expect her decision and don't expect her decision to change. After counting, we both completely understand the burnout with having 13 projects together in 18 months. We just feel like this could have been handled better, or a compromise made so that both sides could walk away satisfied instead of a long-time relationship feeling like it was unpended overnight. Due to the certainty of the future, we've begun discussing backup plans in the case that Nano doesn't want to continue working together on major projects. Thanks for understanding, and hope to work things out when the time comes. Kira. Hello, Red. First of all, I really appreciate you guys giving Nano the space she needs and avoiding DMing her directly. I know it must be difficult for you as well. I'm also truly sorry the situation came up so suddenly. Yeah, Nano had been bottling up her feelings for quite a while, and it unfortunately led to a recent emergency hospital visit due to stress. It's incredibly. This has been incredibly painful for her too. Please don't view this as a taboo topic, but rather as a much-needed pause. Burnout and stress can be easily triggered, even by well-meaning messages. I agree that had this been addressed earlier, things might have been gone more smoothly. Sadly, Nana wasn't able to express how overwhelmed she was at the time, and what could have been a small break in an open conversation about workspace ended up being something much more abrupt. I also fully understand your necessity for a backup plan, and I hope we get the chance to collaborate again. If this is if this is what this is well, this was truly what Nana was feeling, even if we were completely unaware of it and she chose not to talk to us at all about it, we still accepted her decision with hopes of working with her again in the future. I was extremely hurt by how Nana went about this. She didn't even uh, she didn't even give us the courtesy to explain herself. Years of working together. She didn't even fuck. She didn't even give us the courtesy to explain herself. God damn it! No. She didn't. She didn't even give us the courtesy to explain herself after years of working together, and instead sent someone we've never even heard of to say goodbye for her. The last message above was 5 days before Nano posted her document. April 26th, 2025. Red and I were together when Nana posted her document at 1:42 EST. She was the first one to post. Around the time, Red sent her a DM saying, "Nano, please," but deleted it right after. I messaged her, Can we talk? I deleted it too. She then removed us as friends on Discord, so we couldn't contact her again. And I'll end it here. And now, for the future, I'm not going to stop until I cover this entire thing. But I'm just going to announce how I'm going to do it, just so I can balance school and covering this, plus the Kirby Planet Robobot stuff. I already planned on doing. I'll make just like how, just like with the Kirby Triple Deluxe Worlds being separate videos, I'll make from Bow to Spite. Actually, no, from Bow to Aru, who will be their own separate live streams. And because they're the last three, I'll make Spite the I'll make Spite section, the message to the Pyropups, and looking ahead on one final live stream. So with that, be continued.